You want to meet some more cast members from the Acolyte?
When we come in.
Hey, no, never.
Come here. You people at home, you people in the audience. I won't make it weird, I promise. But come closer. Because I got you, fam. Oh my God. Oh, you're killing me.
To be in any way, shape, or form a part of the wave that is ushering in inclusion and safety for Black nerds, it's like, it's my dream come true.
Bullshit!
Today has been really exciting in general because you see the progress that Star Wars is making across the board and all of the streaming and all of the series. I think our show in particular,
I don't like what the fuck is going on here.
I think that when it comes to the world of fantasy and sci-fi in general, it hasn't felt like a safe space always for people of color.
Wait a minute!
Are you fucking kidding me?
The Senate will decide your fate.
And it's been a world that I've always deeply loved and been invested in.
How is that even possible?
But don't worry, your secret is safe with me.
So to be in any way, shape, or form a part of the wave that is ushering in inclusion and safety for Black nerds, it's like, it's my dream come true.
That is the furthest thing from the truth.
I don't think I could have ever imagined myself as a Jedi. Yes, one's because I was not reflected for so many times throughout these films in the past.
Shit, Negro. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
But it was just also something that it didn't equate in my mind. I don't know about for you guys as well. So to see such a diverse group played out now,
Honestly.
I know that it's going to be a healthy reflection on so many other young people and old people. I mean, no ageism allowed in this. It's Star Wars. We can all fit.
Yeah.
Nigga, please.
I think it's going to be a really
Definitely.
impactful. It's going to be a cool moment for me, for sure. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I think it's fun to think that like all the kids out there who will see themselves reflected in us, which is something that
For the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sounds like bull.
Our show was much more woman-centered than what I have previously seen in the Star Wars world. Just from the fact that, our showrunner, our amazing, incredible showrunner, Leslie, is a genius woman, and, female producers, and...
I'm calling everyone I know, and I'm telling them about this. This has gotta stop.
Oh, but yeah, I feel like we are part of a wave of more inclusive and more beautifully represented Star Wars shows. So yeah, that felt really cool, and I felt the importance of that, and then it also felt always on set.
Narcissistic, delusional, and surprisingly weak.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Especially in some of the stuff that I got to do, where everyone, really was excited about, what they were seeing and what that would maybe mean for different fans that don't necessarily look like what you normally think like the traditional Star Wars fan looks like. Because if there's anything that I learned from this show, it's that, the Star Wars fan is varied.
What the does that even mean?
That's crazy!
막상 하면서 더 많이 느끼게 된 것 같아요. 그래서 오히려 처음에
Tick-tock, motherfucker!
Do you speak any English?
English, motherfucker, do you speak it? And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
What is up, everybody? Welcome.
Retarded cunts.
Welcome to Saturday Night Hypnosis. Episode 47. That amazing intro, and then I just didn't even have my camera on. That is awesome. Look at that. Even VTubers leave their cameras off accidentally.
Hey, Coach is on, by the way.
I know, I got to add Coach because he was late. Coach is on that Miami colored time, but we're not going to talk about that anyway.
Everybody's late in Miami. I'm sorry.
It's amazing. You get a tan and you start being late, Coach. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
It is
goodness.
insane.
I forgot my
He's
roots.
noticeably a few shades darker.
Noticeably, yeah.
He is noticeably darker. It's getting insane, but
I'm the
welcome,
only
everybody.
white person.
It doesn't help that he's wearing white
What
sheets,
about-
though. I'm just
No,
saying.
What
I
about
tried
the-
to, create some,
Wait.
reflection, but it's not working. I'm sorry.
Ryan, I have a question for you. If you said you're the only white person on the stream, then what the heck is Will and Wyatt? Is Will
Filipino
like the orange?
What is me?
Wow. Wow.
I was gonna
Already.
say orange man on the left, and
Why am I the AIDS target?
And why
Because
is
you're
he
so
orange?
thin and scrawny. And
Just because I actually go outside and do shit, unlike the dwarf living in Britain.
Wow. Okay, you guys are attacking each
me
other
for
in
having
the stream.
sunshine.
We're 10
We're just
minutes
going
in the
out
stream.
there.
We're attacking each other. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 47. As I mentioned, guys, this is fantastic. We've been rocking it every single Saturday. We have so much to talk about. It's been a hell of a week. It always is a hell of a week, but this particular week has been extra interesting because it feels like the Rings of Power all over again. We've mentioned that many times before. I know a lot of you guys have been mentioning it in your videos and in our chat and in general. Like it feels like Rings of Power all over again with the Acolyte, just in the Star Wars setting. It's definitely one of those diversity pushes they're putting out there because they already know this show is going to bomb. So they're getting themselves ready. They're getting Disney's getting themselves ready for the PR shitstorm that's about to happen when the views are terrible. But
I'm saying,
What's
man,
up?
like I genuinely fucking hate this show. Like everyone involved, it just I
No,
think this is
no,
a Star Wars
I
one
don't
where I'm the
think you
most
made it
like
any
fuck
clearer.
all of you.
yeah,
I don't think you didn't
it's
make it any
ridiculous.
more clear than I fucking hate this shit. I want to
Well, I'm
kill
sure
it.
Coach would be able to actually make my speech more powerful.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
by
Best
the way,
thing about it is the Chinese person not speaking English. That really set
It's
me.
so
That killed
forced.
me.
When I saw that interview, I'm like, they really made this motherfucker speak Chinese. Like
Oh
you
my
could
God.
have spoke English and talked about diversity, but no,
Yeah.
you had to
No.
do it in Chinese. It's
Ching
ridiculous.
Chong Chinatown.
Anyway, let's.
Well,
let's
I don't
go
know
ahead
if you
and go
guys
with-
realize, but in 10 years, we're all going to be speaking Chinese. So get
I
ready
know.
for
That's what I'm
that.
saying. I've been
Oh,
playing
Oh,
with it already,
I'm
man.
already brushing up on
Yeah.
it.
Yes, he's getting dark. Nice and dark already.
As soon
I
as
like it.
Operation
Is that good
Nuclear
enough?
Holocaust is passed, I was like, let me just break out the books right
We're
now.
all gonna definitely practice. We should have like Chinese lessons every Saturday night. Just like
Will,
learn
look,
a word.
How?
Learn a word.
How?
We
Let's
have
start
a
with
name.
our
we have
local
a-
Asian.
Hello, everyone.
He has to
I
take
hope
his
you're
glasses
doing
off.
Well.
There you go. Ryan Roger Athley. Tell them who you are.
Well, my name is Ryan Roger Athay. I am the host and founder of Reality Based. It's great to be here with all my fellow Europeans. No Africans, because this Klansman scared them all away. Although, if you
God.
if you keep at it, Coach, tanning in the Florida sun, you could well be black soon. No. Chinese,
definitely can.
Japanese, dirty knees, look at these, all sorts of stuff. But it's great to be here, and I'm sure we'll have a great conversation about popular culture and the state of Star Wars. So take it away, Grand Dragon, and hopefully the AIDS person can speak soon.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Slayer, take it away.
We're ready.
All right. So as you guys know, I'm inclusive. So give me your money. Other than that, I am basically the good old Dragon Slayer, or as I'm known in some circles, a Grand Dragon. Apparently, I didn't know I secretly led a racist ring, but it is what it is. My insanity knows no bounds. But I make funny commentary videos as I try to make them of the highest quality possible. I go into detail in making fun of all the excrement that Hollywood is throwing out there. and also in trying to educate people on why it's bad. So I'm not the type of person that goes around saying, "Oh, this is bad, 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 bad." No, I
Yes,
actually
you
give
are.
you details.
Yeah, you are. Stop lying. You
No,
are.
I
You are
don't.
that.
You know I give
You're 100%
details, you
that.
bastards. Who
100%.
else broke down Rings of Power like I did? Nobody, because nobody wanted to fucking try. They're all
4
like scared little
hours,
shits.
Dragon.
It was
4
terrible.
hours is all I will say to you.
Hey, I know it was long. What do you want me to do? But yeah, that's me.
That's what she said. All right, with that being said, Film Rebel, take it away,
Hello,
sir.
AIDS man.
What's up, everybody? I'm Film Rebel. I'm also Why It's Metal. That's right, I have 2 channels. I'd like to state for the record that I do not have AIDS. The reason the reason that the dwarf thinks that is that dwarves are body positive and they think fat is normal. So a normal
Your hairline's
person
worse
is
than
gonna
mine.
be pretty fucked up. Anyway, I'm here to talk about how much everyone on the Acolyte pisses me off, and I wish they would all just fuck off to worse shows. Well, yeah, fuck 'em. Yeah,
They did do that, and they created the Acolyte.
Just fuck them. That's all you need. That's all.
No, just don't do that. No, absolutely.
Yeah,
No, not that kind of fuck them. Damn it.
You can't fuck shadows. Anyway, that being said,
I love the show, by the
Classic Cage. Take it away, Cassie.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm glad to be here as always, man. And since I am half Puerto Rican, that means there is at least like 1% of African blood here. So
Oh no!
I'm here to represent African Americans. That's what it takes, man. I got to do my part. That
That's right.
1% has to stand in. Hold the line like Xbox fanboys have been doing.
Wait, so you already basically you fulfill like 3 diversity hire quotas, which means
I was
that
going to
you
say,
have to
this
spend
intro
less
is
money.
getting complicated.
We don't have to spend that much money on diversity hires,
saying.
bro. And it's a woman to boot. We're gonna be rich.
Yeah, no, we're
Man.
good. Our ESG scores are maximum. But go ahead.
Hey, take advantage of whatever you can. That's what all these people at the top are doing. So, hey, why not, right? But it's great to be here, man. I'm Cult Classic Cage, and I love talking about video games. And I'm always here to anytime I can be here to basically shit on the garbage entertainment that exists today. I'm down for it. So hope that we can have some fun today with everyone here.
Brewski
Very nice,
got
very
fucking
nice, love it.
thirsty the second you said half Puerto Rican. Damn, Brewski.
Atreus would definitely say bottom, just so you know, because he's not here, so I have to say it for him. With
We have
that
to
being
get
said,
very
our local
perverted.
other black person, Will of the Fan, shining beautifully. What's up, man?
Ni hao. Greetings and salutations.
Will, you got the wrong microphone
Yeah, you're
on. You got the
down
wrong
the roof,
mic, dude.
fuck.
Yeah, you
Wrong
got your
mic.
cam mic on.
How Filipino of you.
I is Filipino. I forgot
muted
how to
now.
use camera. I
God,
go-
boomer moment. Boomer. Boomer, you're muted.
Boomer.
All right. Coach, take over until Will is good to go. Will, fix it.
You got like 20 minutes, Will.
Oh, your face is
Go, Coach. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Welcome to the Saturday Night Hypnosis, everybody. That's the best cure to the woke psychosis. Our weekly red pills full of comedy and knowledge, destroying evil agendas and mediocre stories, giving nerds, peers, fans real hope to cope with the madness and continued metamorphosis of the system that wants us to be confused and hopeless. So escape this wicked hegemony. Come over to the Coach MC, discover poetry, because this is the master of ceremony. It's 47. It means
You
it's
see what Miami
11.
does?
So it's art and passion till eternity and beyond, like Bad Bath and beyond. I got all the instruments to help you push your talents to the horizon and beyond. So follow us all, criticize us all, venerate us all. That's, our score. Bring it on. Let's do it raw. It doesn't matter, y'all. We want to do strong and more. So hit the like score, comment, hit bells to the floor, and let's have some fun by opening up the secret red door.
What
You
the
see what America
f-
does
is
to
rapped right
people?
now?
What
This
the
is what
hell?
happens when you
And
go
he
to
wasn't
Miami.
Just
mumbling.
5 minutes and he fucking.
And he
Not only
wasn't
you
mumbling
stole
it
that
either.
That is amazing.
I am Italian, but man, I live in Miami, so now I gotta do some beats. You hear me? Like, what the fuck, bro?
Will,
do
are
I
you
have the
fixed?
right microphone now?
Yes, there you go.
there you
Oh
go.
my God, so crisp. Now Ginger
Yeah,
Pino
it's
can.
beautiful.
Can't believe I did that. How fucking unbearably cringe. But at least I get to go after Coach. Amazing.
Acolyte
Ni
is worse,
hao,
don't worry.
motherfuckers. Greetings and salutations. I am Will of the Fan. Do you see what I did there? I'm
you in a
British, which
closet?
means that. No, this is my studio, you ass face.
Looks like a closet. Are you going to come out of the closet, Will?
I don't know. Are you going to do something about your hairline?
At least I'm showing it.
Can I finish my
Take off your
fucking intro?
Intros.
Sorry.
I'm British, by the way, which by Cassie's logic means that there is some at least African blood on this show. Spent a decent chunk of my time trying at least to entertain you people by making videos about how these communist bastards keep trying to destroy our entertainment. But hey, it's a thankless job with little support, but only a little bit less support than Leslie Headland got from Harvey Weinstein as his digital pimp. Girl power. Hello, everybody. Can't wait for the show. Let's do it. There we go.
Oh my! Hey, you have a new nickname now. It's not Willapino. I think people want to call you Ginger Pino.
Ginger
Oh my
Pino.
God.
Yeah. So now you're dually
Was that
represented.
Pino with an N or with a D?
Huh?
With an E.
This gets weirder and weirder.
It's not. It's Ginger Pino, not Ginger Penis.
No.
As long as it's, well, I mean, you can't have one without the other, So.
Sincerely, it gets weirder and weirder as time goes on. I swear to God.
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah,
But
it is
it'll
going
be
to get
fine.
worse. That's a fact. But with that being said, all right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, we are episode 47. Okay, we got to talk about the Acolyte. We are definitely going to talk about Mission Impossible because I have a feeling that there's going to be some heads rolling with that, and we also are going to talk about some other things that is going on right now in the chaos. Acolyte is something I want to talk about. Kathleen Kennedy apparently is not being fired. For those of you who watch certain YouTube channels and believe it every time you hear it, I know it's shocking, it's insane. But
In other shocking news, water is wet.
Yes, consider it shocked that Kathleen Kennedy's not going anywhere. So there's
For the
that.
20th time.
But we will talk about that. And apparently nobody wants her job. That's the latest rumor about her, which is the rumor queen. So
I'll take
I'll take it. I'll take the views. I'll take the clicks. All good and dandy. So but let's start off with Mission Impossible. Like, we're not going to stay on Mission Impossible too long. It's going to be spoiler free. You guys cool with that? Spoiler free, relatively, or
Yeah, sure.
Relatively, yeah.
Relatively.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do spoiler free. Talk about it. We'll talk about how it's doing in the box office because I haven't actually looked at the numbers yet. But I'm hearing different things. I'm hearing it's losing. I'm not
It's
losing,
doing
but
bad.
it's not doing as well as it was supposed to.
No.
I'm hearing that it's doing amazing. So I wanted to see the numbers for myself while you guys talk about it. Now, full transparency, I have not seen it. Who has seen it on the show? I know Coach has seen it. Who else has seen it?
I have. Let me just say, I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna start on it yet. I'm gonna let Coach go first because he probably will say the same things I'm gonna say anyway. But for reference, chat and people in the panel who don't know, this movie has a $291 million public budget, and if we count,
Insane.
and if we count, excuse me, if we count the marketing budget being a minimum for a film of this type of size and clout, which is Tom Cruise, being minimum $100 million, then this thing probably has a $400 million budget minimum in total. It could be more. It could be like ridiculous levels like Indiana Jones 5.
Wow.
But yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
Coach.
God knows how much
Oh,
the
it's
budget is in that.
insane money.
Nice.
So with that being said, now we know what the budget's at, so we know what it has to do to break even, which is astronomical numbers, right? I'm trying to find the opening numbers, but in the meantime, for those of you who have seen it, well, what do you think of the movie?
It's boring.
It really is. Like,
It's
just so chat's aware, okay? Just so chat's aware. So in our Twitter chat, we had a little bit of a scuffle about Mission Impossible, where Coach is completely against this movie for the most part. At least that's my understanding. I could be wrong. I'm gonna let him speak for himself. And everybody else seemed to like it. What I think, Cassie, did you see it?
No.
Someone in the chat. I don't remember who it was. I thought it was you. My bad. Someone said it was like mid.
I haven't
It was
seen it,
me.
but most like reviewers were saying that it was great. Like even
Yeah,
drinkers and
everybody.
people.
Yeah, like
Everybody,
Right.
even the
I
people who would
mean,
normally take a dump on
look,
this stuff.
I like Critical Drinker as much as anyone, but like sometimes, like I think he has a soft spot for
Yeah.
Tom Cruise movies.
Yeah, that's
because they're the ones that sort of gave him hope in good content from Hollywood again.
Right.
But I think that's why he says what he says. But this movie specifically, I'm gonna save mine for last because I just recently watched it. Coach probably has a more built-in framework, so I want him to go first. Okay.
Well, just so you guys are aware, before you get into it, in terms of numbers, it's sitting right now after the weekend at $122 million worldwide. Right now, that's where it's at. So that's after 3 days. 3 days.
How
so
long is this movie? Almost
It's
3.
not
Two
half-
and a half hours.
I'm tired
It's
of
been Tuesday.
like
Yeah.
Really.
tired of action films feeling as though they deserve that 3-hour mark. I'm sorry. I get it. It's a long-standing franchise, but all the more reason to not make these types of long-winded action films.
Yeah,
I've always considered the 3-hour mark to be like for epic movies. You know what I mean?
I've been
Like
getting
Lord of the
really
Rings or
pleasantly
something like
surprised
that.
when I've been seeing independent films that range in like an hour and a half, hour 45, and I'm like, wow, like it was good and just went by quickly. Like it's such a refreshing thing now.
That seems to be the lesson that everything has to learn at the moment anyway, in general, in terms of Hollywood, is that like these ridiculous $200-300 million budget movies need to get out and go the way of the dinosaur.
Yeah,
unless they're actually able to back it up by being decent, because it's just that it's literally all Disney does now. And
It's
I know I always
ridiculous.
shit on Disney,
Is
but
there some sort of
absolutely
science
everything.
to it though? Like, is there
No,
a reason
like-
why
Well,
all these
it
movies
doesn't seem
can't
to
get
be.
3 hours?
I think
But
they
it's-
finally reached to the point where, like, Endgame was a huge success, and it was something that took time to build up to. And I think they kind of felt like maybe they reached that point, so then they can just keep doing it from there.
Yeah,
which-
they seem to think that if you just make it
Well,
longer, people will
Hollywood
enjoy it
loves
for
long
longer.
ones, folks. They just
I
love
mean, yeah, but there is this.
Ironic, none
This
of them have
also.
them.
Yeah, but this is problem too. Okay, that yes, Endgame was one of those big factors, but also for some reason, when the Hobbit movies came out, I started to see after they came out, and even though they had their problems, they still made a lot of money back for the studios. Okay, like the combined budget for all of those 3 films was $500 million plus marketing, which I know probably must have been even more monstrous than most of these movies that we see now coming out. And the thing is, that film franchise, if you will, it made back like what, 1.62 billion, something like that, back in gross in box office, or a little bit more than that. It didn't make as much as
It
the
definitely
original
saw
trilogy,
diminishing
but
returns because it was not anywhere near as good as the original.
But the
trilogy.
thing is, they cashed in on the nostalgia factor because movie number 1, let's be honest, movie number 1 was great because it was finished. Movie number 2 is when you start to see some cracks with people who are still thinking, okay, well, maybe they'll settle this and it'll get better in the third one. But then when people saw movie number 3, there were a ton of them that had already seen it. That went there just because they wanted to see the end or nostalgia, whatever, right?
I never saw 2
And
or
so,
3.
Yeah,
The last
and the
one I
thing
saw
is
was literally Hobbit Part 1. I was like, this is
It was
ridiculous.
bad.
When's it
Yeah,
gonna end?
I never saw
It's
bloated
like,
as hell.
fucking movies.
It's
This is
the
the problem.
last
I
movie
mean,
was bad.
it used to be that you could have anything that came out basically was about 90 minutes, right? Somewhere around 90 minutes, give or take, let's say 10. And then, your tentpole movies that really came out, your blockbusters, like, for example, Star Wars, you're looking at a tight 2 hours even. Lucas was damn careful to make sure it always stuck near around the 2 hour mark. And that actually felt like hell of Jesus Christ. This is a 2 hour movie. I never even noticed, but wow. It is longer. But then you're looking at movies like Back to the Future and stuff, they're sitting around the 90-minute mark.
Well,
Then Lord of the Rings came out, and it was 3 hour movies that never made you feel like they were 3 hours long. It just
And not only that,
never a dull moment.
those movies were made during a time where you can argue people had longer attention spans, because with the rise of
That's true too.
social media
Yeah.
and short form content,
Yeah,
I
true.
really feel like why are you making 3 hour movies now at a
Yeah.
time where people are less likely to want to stick out those 3 hours
It's like
without
the-
either
the-
falling asleep or leaving? It's kind of like an
Hey, you look at
oxymoron,
the Little
In a movie
Mermaid, for Christ's
theater,
sakes.
I
That
mean-
movie was nearly 3 hours long.
It's like
The
they make an
Little
effort
Mermaid.
to prove that they could, that they could actually win the concentration over. Like it's one of the
Yes.
competitions in the competition of making a great movie. So, no, let's see how many streaming numbers. One of the comments was referring to.
That's
that.
why. That's actually why a lot of movies are longer now,
in the
because
cinema.
even
Let's see
if
how long we can do it. I mean,
exactly,
what I said
even
also,
if you don't see it in the cinema, you go see it on streaming, and it counts the longer you watch.
Exactly, and it creates.
You fall asleep with a 3-hour movie on, it counts for 3 hours of watch time instead of 1 or 90
You know, I
minutes.
used to be willing to give movies a shot, and now they can't. It's so hard to commit to wanting to watch one of these movies, especially when I see most of them at the 3-hour mark. And movies are now created to be like television, where they have all the filler in there. There's nothing like the mass majority of these extremely long films are the reason why they're long is not because they have a lot of intricate storytelling to tell. No, it's just simply because they are incapable of actually cutting a film properly and saying, okay, what is the essential pieces that must be brought together in order to sell this movie?
Example of that is John Wick 4. That movie is way too fucking long.
It is fucking long.
How long was John Wick 4?
Nowadays is with the
3 hours,
editors,
I think.
they are so afraid of actually speaking up and really, claiming their opinion. They don't have strong editors like back in the days in the 70s and the 80s and also in the 90s, where you had like editors that were stars themselves, that were highly respected by the studio and also by the other colleagues. So these type of editors, they could easily tell Tom Cruise, man, you shot a $300 million movie, but $100 million of that movie will never be shown to the public because, in my opinion, 43 minutes out of that movie. And I also say that in my review, it's pretty spot on. I say like 45 minutes could be easily taken away from this movie. Nothing would be lost. There is no problem.
Like the intro?
45 minutes. The thing that
intro, dude.
That was like shocking to me in this movie, that they did so many mistakes that they haven't, like let's say in Top Gun, right? They had the perfect formula figured out. You had a short, effective, very conclusive story that made sure that the supporting cast was kind of, intertwined into the fabric of the story seemingly. And everybody explored its characters. Everybody kind of made a contribution to, resolving the story in a successful way. Everybody was responsible for a little joke, for a little nice moment, for some goosebump moments here and there. And so that was like tailored perfectly. That movie had a nice pace, a nice rhythm. The action sequences, they had originality. There was something creative about that movie, and it was effective because the story was simple. And if we look at Mission Impossible now, can you show that again, Hypno, where it tells you about the genre of the movie? Like, look at the genre, how it's now classified. Now it tells you it is an action adventure thriller.
Jesus.
Like, this used to be a spy thriller, like an movie. It was all about, instruments, gadgets, and being inventive and kind of coming up with a plan. And usually the thing was pretty easy, like from the setup. Also with Mission Impossible, you have to get out. You have a plan to do that. Of course, there's some unexpected moments, some catastrophe going on, like the fucking mask thing that breaks in every movie. Most of the times it was explained well. Now they even rehash that without any sense, right? And so it's not even a spy movie anymore. In the beginning, it was like you had such a very easy plot to follow, and you can replicate.
Right. I mean, the original Mission Impossible was under 2 hours.
Under 2 hours, and it was perfect. Brian De Palma.
Well, apart from, of course, changing Phelps as the bad guy.
But now,
honestly, these films need to be given shorter, less money. I feel as though look at, for example, Deadpool. When we watched that movie, everyone I knew enjoyed it. They had a genuine fun time. What was the one complaint I heard constantly? It felt really short. It was a cheap film made, and it left the viewer desperately wanting more.
Instead of bored.
And it's only shy of 2 hours. Again, it's like nearly 2 hours long. It's like 1 hour, 50 minutes or something like that.
So they abandoned all their roots. They abandoned all their core themes. With this movie, ultimately they abandoned what Mission Impossible was all about. Like it started with Rogue Nation, which was an amazing movie. I think it was the height of the Mission Impossible franchise in terms of what they all brought together. The stunts were original, right? Rogue Nation.
Fallout is the other one that everyone says is the peak.
No,
that one or the one after.
These very confusing plot lines. It was convoluted, many stories, layers of pseudoscience stuff. It kind of started already, kind of getting a little bit
too much explained, and this took it even further. Everything is explained. Everything is talked through. You have,
don't even get me on that shit.
No, let's not spoil too much. But everybody's talking in this movie. Let's talk a little bit about. Let's talk about this. And you really don't know what type of movie you're watching. It's not a spy thriller anymore. It's not an agent movie per se anymore. It has evolved this dramatic story of many individuals that were kind of botched together through that new reboot original story before everything started. So they also went into the past to kind of introduce.
Oh wait, Coach, I know exactly what this reminds me of. This reminds me of those late 90s, early 2000s action political thriller movies. You remember?
Yes.
Now it makes sense.
Yes,
because those political
talk and talk. No, I have to tell. No, my story is even more miserable. No, my story is more. It's like
I don't know. I mean, and then the bad guy. Oh, you were the bad. So you were the bad guy all along. Even though in the beginning you made it clear you're the bad guy.
No, I am the bad. No, I am the bad guy, and it's all.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, that's an annoying trend in Hollywood these days.
Look, I'm not saying that,
but I mean, spy thrillers as a rule should be fairly dialogue heavy. They always have been. You watch like Doctor No or something like that. There's an awful lot of talking in that movie and very little action, but it's excellent because it's all applied well. Everything is done subtly, right down to James Bond putting a damn hair over the cupboard door as he leaves. So that when he comes back, he knows if someone's been in his room. There used to be a bit of subtlety. I haven't seen the movie yet, MI7, so I couldn't possibly comment. But
do you feel this Mission Impossible movie lost its identity? Like, do you feel it's not quite like the previous ones in that sense? Is that like what's your biggest issue with it, Coach? I'm just curious.
Well, first of all, they used a lot of stuff that was already predictable or already like inserted in the other movies. Yeah, like the car chases, the bike chases. They all feel like, we've seen them before. You can tell, all right, the doors are coming off in a couple of seconds, so you can see the whole driver. It's like, it feels very generic, which is really sad. The creativity has a little bit lost, but the thing that bothers me the most is not only have they abandoned what Mission Impossible was actually standing for, like that charm, that vintage kind of technological kind of rusty flair, that panache, that was so beautiful about Mission Impossible. There were many
I would argue
it turned out to be this was my plan right from the beginning, and so it had always this irony. It had like a charm to it, and now they try to be this tough action movie, and most of the stuff that was really like important in this movie, they kind of resolved it by just jump cutting to the conclusion without showing the process. Right? There is no like, finally here we are.
Wait, so you're telling me that this is an extremely bloated film, but like scenes that they actually needed to show were cut? Have you guys seen
for 3 months straight with we're jumping, and that's
they do. I'm not kidding.
Any fucking sense.
Have you guys seen deleted?
Like, no, come on, and how he gets back? No, it's really like, what has happened to you guys? I'm asking.
Look,
have you guys seen deleted scenes from The Godfather?
Yes.
No,
they are some. There are some of those scenes that were cut are so justifiable to put in the film, but they cut it out. And they're some of the greatest scenes I've ever seen. There's like one scene where Sonny has to tell his mother that his father's just been shot. And then he goes into his father's room and sits at the chair, signifying that he's taking over. Like shit like that. They actually cut out of the film.
Absolutely. It was
ridiculous.
Right. And also the dinner scene they had all together, that was a beautiful. Just cut out of.
If you watch the Offer show, it'll give you a lot of context as to why they had to do what they did. Like they were under some fucking fire. Like they had there's a reason why they cut out so much of that stuff. And I'm sure Francis Coppola wanted to add that stuff in, but he knew that if he didn't cut it out, like people and even some execs would try to axe his project right off the bat. Like
a lot of people back then, like I said, they knew that less is more.
Yeah, it's true. No, but and those are some scenes that were made that are better. Like modern day film can't even compare to deleted scenes
Oh, yeah.
fucking 40, 50 years ago. That's how pathetic modern day film is.
You know what, Hypno, to answer your question, ultimately what they did with this movie is actually a bad copy of Skyfall. But Skyfall was genius. What I thought they should have done with this movie is exactly follow that path, but not just copying some parts and some elements of that Skyfall story, but applying it completely, like Ethan Hunt being alone with no fucking instruments, with no gadgets, with no multifunction high-tech bullshit from the future, just alone with a gun, you know, fighting against an enemy that can't be seen. That would have been such a great way of kind of giving, if you really wanted to do that, like, you know, fans something else, being a bit more inventive, but the whole movie seems like rehashed and redone. Like, you've seen all of the scenes in a way before.
Should we say who the main villain is? Because I think they make it pretty obvious in the trailers.
No.
It's like Tom Cruise takes on the globalists. That'd be a great film.
I mean, that's literally this movie. I'm not fucking kidding. Tom Cruise takes on the globalists, but exaggerated. Like,
I
they
mean,
even
fuck the
include
globalists, but
no, they even include like the military-industrial complex, which Jesus Christ.
Damn.
That
Do you
is
think
not
that
like crazy.
a lot of the issues maybe with the film that you're experiencing is partially due to how long this franchise has been going and how hard it is to innovate in a franchise that's been going for this long?
Sure,
not to say that that's an excuse for them being lazy. I'm just saying.
Been going since what, 1996? So 27 years.
Long fucking time. Probably one of the longest running franchises out there. I would have.
Yeah, I was a kid.
Almost 30 years.
Like you know, so like when you go to a Mission Impossible movie and you see car chases, you see all that kind of shit. It's like you kind of expect it. So maybe it's like a desensitization. I don't know.
Well, I mean, MI1 was a very like it was a espionage movie. It wasn't. It had action set pieces in it, but they came with quite a considerable amount of build up. If you look at the way that Brian De Palma had made that movie, there's an awful lot of sitting, talking, thinking, and sneaking around and spying. You know, it's only gets absolutely crazy with action near the end when he makes his discovery and has to get out on the train and the helicopter in the Channel Tunnel and stuff like that. And it's fantastic. John Woo kind of ruined the franchise actually.
But then
because that second one is absolutely totally.
I think that's the
insane.
last one that I actually saw, and I saw the second one when I was a little kid. Like, you know, like when it came out. I don't think I've seen any of them since.
And then the next one was fucking Jar Jar. It was J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, that was bad.
I didn't know that back then.
Yeah, it was, and it actually was considered a return to form. It's not a bad movie.
No, it's not a bad movie. But they like the fourth and the fifth installment gave me a lot of hope for the future because I felt like, wow, they turned the boat around. Like original stories again, they went back to their core a little bit. The thing about Mission Impossible was always, it is one building, it is one spot, it is one place they have to study, and there they kind of, you know, through the maze of corridors, tunnels, rooms, and all that, they kind of create that illusion of being someone else with the mask, and by doing so, they kind of get the code or get the key, whatever, and then they escape, and that is the setup, and it always worked. And starting with Fallout, they started kind of, you know, spreading, you know, the story a little bit, kind of introducing longer arching characters that were, you know, coming back and reoccurring, and all this, you know, syndicate threat, like similar to James Bond. They made this mistake, like of introducing this longer narrative, which is always risky. Of course, you're taking a risk, so congrats for that. But if it doesn't work, then you have to kind of pivot the boat immediately. And now you feel like Fallout, been like a mid-action movie to me. The bathroom scene has been like marvelous, but everything else of Fallout is like a bit of the story didn't really work. And now
I do appreciate that they actually do like real stunts, and they actually like put the time into just not just going CGI. You know what I mean?
No one is
I do appreciate
that. Stunts were built in nicely. Before that, you know, before this one, most of the stunts made kind of sense, you know, in the chronicle sequence of this, you know, of the elements of the action that you were seeing, that the stunts, even though of course out of realism, they made sense. They were like in their universe, they made sense. Now you have sequences that are super important and they don't show like how chronologically
Yeah, that's stupid.
They're just jumping to the conclusion. All of a sudden they're standing there, or something is like, okay, he's coming. It's like, where the fuck is he coming from? And the same thing happens also to the characters. Some of the supporting cast characters, they just appear. Like in Dial of Destiny, we have this, the Nazis like, da, 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 I'm back, all right, and nobody knows where is he coming from, right? And
space.
It's
My
weird that
Aryan brothers, I have returned.
It's weird that they would edit in that fashion and seem like they're rushing to get to a point when the movie's like almost 3 hours long. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you going to film in a way that makes it seem like the movie should be 2 hours long, but then actually have a 3 hour long movie and jump cut like that? Just seems weird. No, like I just feel like if you're gonna shoot like that, if you're gonna edit like that, you might as well actually have a movie that's a 2 hour movie and save yourself an hour and put stuff in there people actually want to see, not this nonsense. But
you know what the time padding for this movie? This movie has like time padding equal to a Steven Seagal film, like unnecessary time padding.
God, that's really bad.
No, but Coach will agree with me because
once you bring out the Steven Seagal name, that's some strong accusations.
You better be able to back that up.
But you saw how Coach laughed. That was the laugh. That was the uncomfortable laugh of truth you saw from his face.
Uncomfortable laugh of truth.
hey, that is the truth.
Indiana Jones and the uncomfortable laugh of truth.
That'd be a great title, actually.
And the uncomfortable public humiliation.
I also think a lot of the expectation, not for Coach, but just like in general, like general audiences. I feel like a lot of people were looking forward to Mission Impossible from Tom Cruise, not just because it's Mission Impossible, but also because of the hype and the aftermath of
Top Gun Maverick.
his previous movie, Top Gun Maverick.
It's more motivated by external
the only
factors.
man who can sell $1 billion movie these days.
Right.
Yeah,
and
but
I think the
movie-
high from that movie kind of fell onto
There was that video that he put out where he was jumping out of the plane doing the skydive for this movie, and that was his way of saying thank you to the fans, was to record that.
I love that.
Personal.
That
was so nice. That was
super nice. I mean, it's one of his jumps that he regularly does during the day. He does like I don't know how many times. So, but still,
it's Tom Cruise. It's like he wakes up, rolls over, falls out of bed about 6,000 feet.
He's running away. He's running away from a gay ghost.
No, but I was really
goes to get breakfast by climbing up the sheer side of a mountain with no harness. Just pulling it.
Breakfast is waiting for him at the summit of the mountain. He has to parachute.
Well, he is that short, Will.
Do you think
it's
this movie would have
compensatory,
been?
isn't it?
Do you think this movie probably would have been better if it was just edited differently, or you just
Yes,
think it's
definitely. You could have saved a lot with the editing.
So I've got to see this now because Coach is the first person I've seen say that this isn't excellent.
I really thought Coach was going to love this
me and
movie. That's why I'm
Copa
actually very
reacted, too.
curious.
Like we're not saying. Look. We do have to make the disclaimer: we're not saying that this is like the worst piece of trash we've ever seen. We're not saying that because I saw some people in the comments say, oh, but such and such YouTuber I watched, she reviewed this movie and said it was great or it was okay. Number one, in our opinion, like
the same people.
Yeah,
we will be better.
I've seen it from Heel versus Babyface, Critical Drinker. They're all saying this movie is freaking excellent.
I feel like there is a certain echo chamber within YouTube that will say something is bad just because they know if they say it's bad, it's going to click well, or they'll say it's good because they know it's going to click well. Now, that's not those guys, but I'm just saying there is a certain group of people that will do that.
I know why they do it, and look, I don't think like anyone can say this movie is like terrible. Like the worst thing, like this movie is maybe like for me at least, this movie was I'm gonna be generous. This movie was a 7 out of 10 for me. So meaning above average,
which is not bad. Yeah, that's above average.
But the thing is, these days. That's one thing, but the problem is that people.
7 out of 10. I love that movie.
Yeah, but here's the thing, guys. Here's what I'm going to tell you, and this is an objective truth. And if you hear thundering, just know that apparently it's raining outside and thunder clouds start to pop up. But the thing is, these days we live in a world of extremes where you either have to hate something with a passion or love it with a passion. And Tom Cruise is sort of become indirectly, thanks to Top Gun, this symbol of the free Hollywood complex, how it should be done without those fucking executives, coming down at you.
That is the image that he's got now.
He is a symbol, one of the many symbols.
The last
for that.
movie star, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's the reason why his fame all of a sudden shot up, even though people forget that he had a lot of failed projects before this. and his fame was going down fast. But because he made some comments about him not agreeing with the current perception, if you will, of the agenda in many different fields, people who also didn't agree with that agenda joined up. And when he released a good film, because nobody had seen a decent, let me put it this way, Top Gun, the only reason it made so much money, look,
it's knee deep in the fucking sewer of woke Hollywood.
Yeah,
so
like literally,
anything looks like a diamond
look,
compared to that.
Imagine, okay, imagine that you've been in a sea of shit, drinking and eating shit, and then out of nowhere, somebody pulls you out of the of that ocean of shit into a boat and offers you frickin' brioche bread. You're gonna think it's the best thing ever because you haven't had anything good in a long while. So that's
Americans
exactly
know
Top
about
Gun
eating
was.
shit, folks.
I mean, even if that bread had just recently been farted on, it's still better than the sewer.
Fuck yeah, exactly. But the thing is, like, that's what Top Gun Maverick was, and then all these other films that were coming out.
I mean, even Steven Spielberg went up to Tom Cruise and thanked him for saving Hollywood.
Yeah,
but like,
I support his craftsmanship, and I also say it in my review on my channel that there is definitely this positive thing about Tom Cruise. Definitely when whatever movie project he works on, because through time there were always some opportunities. We kind of touched similar people sometimes, and we knew some people like in Berlin where he was shooting, and so I kind of stumbled across people that worked with him quite a lot, and they always said that to me. It's like working with him is very hard. He's super demanding. It's also sometimes very stressful and energy draining, but he brings so much energy and passion and craftsmanship and kind of research for detail that it's in the end like a very it's good work.
He's like a Marlon Brando of today. Let's be honest. He basically has like this a framework similar to Marlon Brando. Have you ever heard stories about him being on set?
If you mean like the fact that every role he plays is just him, and I know Marlon Brando is legendary for being method.
Oh, dude, I will happily talk shit on Marlon.
He plays Brando. There's the thing about Marlon Brando is no matter what he did to transform, I was having this conversation just a couple of days ago actually. No matter what Marlon Brando did, no matter how much he transformed his figure, his body, his face, no matter what accent he adopted, everybody just was seeing Marlon Brando.
Right.
There's no way around. You watch Superman and Jor-El is Marlon Brando. You watch Godfather and Don Corleone is Marlon Brando. And Tom Cruise has kind of the same thing going. Like no matter what he does, you're watching Tom Cruise as
it's like Keanu Reeves. Like it's the same syndrome.
Yeah,
and the thing is, but here's the thing: Marlon Brando. At least you can give him credit for the fact that if you again, I know I'm mentioning the offer again, but the man literally never read the script to Godfather. He literally just told Francis Coppola, "Nah, don't worry, man. I'll improvise."
See, this is why I have issues with Marlon Brando because so many people brag about him being one of the greatest of all time, and I can respect him being innovative in what he brought to acting. But I've heard so many stories about how he wouldn't read the script, he didn't take care of himself, he didn't give a fuck, he was fucking off. Like I've heard that at least toward the ending of his career, he absolutely did not give a shit, and it's hard for me to have respect for that, to be honest.
Well,
Sean
the problem with Marlon Brando specifically is that he had been in the business for so long, and he understood how much everyone is a piece of shit. So he kind of he would just be a piece of shit in a a sort of defensive way. He felt as though he was being used.
I feel the same way about that.
And Marlon Brando's problem was that he hated acting. He did an interview towards, and he absolutely hated it. He said that every time I act, I have to put myself in this mental position that is draining me every time.
Yeah,
and because of that, he absolutely despised the art of acting and doing it.
He became famous by being the first superstar who didn't really want to be a superstar, right? He even rejected an Oscar, right? So it's it's crazy to kind of do what he did.
He got sanctimonious with it.
I understand what Film Rebel is saying, and to a certain extent, I agree with him. But on the other hand, is I also see what Casey is saying, and that is true. He refused to let himself be seen, and he also told that Johnny Depp, don't show them your true face. Just keep a couple of things secret for yourself. Don't show all of it, because otherwise you lose your sanity, you lose your spirit, you lose.
Good advice.
And it is,
No,
that is, and I think his demeanor on set, because of course, knowing Hollywood inside out like he did, he knew all these stories. And I have to say, if you work along for a long while in entertainment, you see things that really make you kind of doubt the very universe you're in. And
Oh, of course, yeah. I've already gotten there. I didn't even get that far.
And so,
Work in hell, you become a demon.
I'm not saying you should treat crew
Tranny
members badly, right? Never treat your crew members, in a bad way.
Right.
You're not that is absolutely, that is a no-go.
But you know who had that similar mentality of I didn't want to be in acting, but I did it because I needed the money or for whatever reason. You guys will know this person, Travis Fimmel. If you guys don't know that name, he's basically the guy who played Ragnar in the very popular Vikings show.
Right.
He has said in many times, he said it in many interviews that at first his objective when Vikings was they were still looking for people was that he just wanted to get enough money to buy a farm because it was his life dream to just manage a farm, right? A horse farm, I believe it was. And before that, the only reason he got even scouted was because of his looks and his eyes, because he had worked previously as he had worked previously as a Calvin Klein underwear model, right? But then left that off after some while.
Sounds like a dream drop for
And
Ryan.
then the next thing you see him and he's playing fucking Ragnar.
Yeah, but he only accepted the role of Ragnar or tried to get serious about it because he was looking for money for to get that farm and to just be secure, And then all of a sudden this show, like originally the show was going to be like a mini series that lasted maybe like 2 seasons tops, but it became so popular it lasted.
Wasn't he in Warcraft as well?
Yes, he was in Warcraft, but I think
he was like he played like the king.
He played he played Anduin. No, he played Anduin Lothar, by the way. So Anduin Lothar is basically the one of the big shots in the game's lore of the Alliance that basically is able to convince all the human kingdoms to unite under one banner and convinces the other.
There's an alliance.
He basically organizes the official alliance to fight back against the orcs you see in the movie. And the thing is, the son of King Lane, the guy who gets stabbed by Gamora, he names his son after him because of how much he respected him. He didn't name Anduin. He named him Varian, but then
Anduin Wrynn was the king, of course.
No, Anduin Wrynn is the king of the current Warcraft. Shit about that. Yeah, look. Point is I know, but point
There's
is
a point to this dragon. I have no idea.
This character Slayer tends to just go off on the rails. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bad dragon. Bad.
Look,
getting
it's okay.
for the horde in the
I'm
chat,
sorry.
so
Well, just so you're aware, it always is for the horde.
Yes, for the horde. Thank you. Yes, I agree. I agree with.
But
Cage
to be fair, if I started in that Warcraft movie, I'd probably walk away from acting too. So
that was a dark time in Hollywood.
Fucking piece of shit.
It wasn't bad. It was just
boring.
Not
And it was
boring.
too
I'd
at
rather
all.
be in that than Acolyte.
In keeping
I mean,
with the
it
tone,
wasn't bad. Like
wasn't.
No. The problem is the movie was a movie that was made specifically, and the filmmakers said at the time, it was made by people who were fans of the game and knew the lore, the deep lore, for actual fans of the game. So the reason why it didn't
on the original Warcraft as opposed to World
exactly,
of
Warcraft. And the original Warcraft games, and so it was made for that fan base. So that's why it
got
only
characters
made
like Medivh in there and stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, that's only why it made like 450 something million in the box office worldwide because of that. Because they didn't design it to attract normies, and I gotta give them respect for that. Because if you know the lore of Warcraft, it's a fucking great film. If you don't know it, of course you'll think it's just another shitty fantasy film because it's made for because it's not made for normies. Like
but
they said it many times.
I haven't seen a meme video that just like somehow signifies something about going off the rails.
How could Kathleen Kennedy getting fired?
Hey, the CGI in that the CGI in that film is on par with Blizzard's in
Hold up! Time out! Time out! Y'all take a chill.
That's gonna be the clip. I swear to God, that's the clip. Right?
fine.
I forgot I had that
way
clip.
off the rails on
Is
massive
this
tangents.
it's Spike Lee, right? It's a Spike Lee.
And now we're gonna go to Mass Effect.
No, fuck no. No, we will not. No, we will not. That's a dark place for me. All right, I'm not going to talk about fucking Mass Effect. We're going to jump into Kathleen Kennedy and the news that she is apparently not being fired.
And I'm always ready to talk about
I know,
it.
guys. I know. This is breaking news. This is fucking
old
shocking.
bitch again. Like
This is double bad news because
it's very
What the
shocking. I know.
fuck?
It's double shocking.
Is that her
because not only-
husband?
Is that?
Who's
I don't know. Who is that?
Who's
Yeah.
an older ancient relic, her or him? Like,
Probably
can
her.
we get
Yes.
Indiana Jones to like destroy these two ancient relics?
Guys, look at them. They don't want to get
Like, they don't belong in a museum.
Yeah,
That's a
Frank
very
Marshall.
non-diverse smile, by the way.
They're
I'm just saying.
aliens, so
Not diverse at all. Goes to show she doesn't know anybody truly black in her real life, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, shocking news, breaking news. In case you guys haven't heard, I know it's shocking. Kathleen Kennedy is now rumored to be staying at Lucasfilm because no one wants a job. So first,
take it.
one
That's what I'm
week
saying,
you got
dude,
a
like-
rumor saying she's being fired. Next week you got a rumor saying she's staying, and it's going to keep the cycle going.
Next
Yeah.
rumor is she took a shit.
Yeah, she did take a shit.
Yeah,
But
it's called
before
the
we
Secret
continue,
Trilogy.
before we continue into this subject, let's do super chats. We are an hour in, and there was some absolute chaos going on in the chat. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was insane. We got Double Brewski for 2 says props to whoever edited that together. I think you're talking about the intro. That was me,
That was
and
good.
it would probably shock you if it was done within 20 minutes because it was. Double Brewski also for 2 says I think they misgendered Will. Oh wait, did you get misgendered Will earlier?
I don't know. I don't even remember.
Tranny demon.
What?
Well, it's
I
okay.
couldn't
I don't
possibly
think Will would get
comment as
offended
far
by
as I'm
misgendered.
aware.
All gingers are tranny demons now.
Everything's
right?
still
And they're
where
in
it
the
should
closet
be.
too. Tranny demon in
Pretty
the
sure I'm still a
closet.
dude sitting here.
Says a guy in a room that looks like a closet too. Like who is?
It is a closet.
It's like the pot calling the kettle black at this
It
point.
is a closet.
Factual
What do you
information.
have? At least I got the balls to show my face on camera.
Hey. I
Hey,
put
look.
up a face. It counts.
I was
It's
on
okay,
camera
Hypnotic. We remember when you used to have your face sort of
Yeah.
on camera.
Exactly.
so
It was
Oh,
sort of.
it's
It was
okay.
sort of like an in between. We got
Oh,
Double Brewski
goodness.
for 2 again, dude, killing it. It says, how many times have you seen Barbie Hypnotic? Thankfully, 0. And I plan to keep it like that because that movie is a feminist nightmare, I'm sure. And then we have a big drop from Jay Wilkin, man. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad to know you are good. Dropping 700 Czar says for chaos. Sorry about the spam chat. Listen, all good, my friend. That's what chat is for, man. Spam away. As long as you're not actually spamming, it's fine. But thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. We also got a ton of memberships, apparently. So we have Zephyr with the membership chat saying more bigots for the bigot army, while also dropping 2 gifted Hypnotic memberships. So thank you so much, Zephyr. You rock. I appreciate that. We got Panther 111 dropping 1 gifted Hypnotic membership. Double Brewski dropping a gifted Hypnotic membership. Zach saying some of these films have diversity padding, cramming checkboxes in an already bloated script. I agree with that 100%. And then we have Jay Wilkin dropping a massive bomb along with Panther. Jay Wilkin dropped 20 gifted Hypnotic memberships. Thank you so much, Jay Wilkin. And Panther 111 after that dropped 5 gifted Hypnotic memberships for a total, I think, of 29 so far this stream.
Yeah,
so thank
boys.
you guys.
Members.
Chat, I
Appreciate
gotta
the
say
shout out.
something.
members.
You guys are awesome, first off. But at the same time, when I went on Kick to watch one of Atreus' streams, I noticed that Amaranth was on too. And when I saw the fact that her highest donor donated 201 memberships, that amounts to $1,005.
Fucking hell.
I was thinking, and there were like 3
God, I
other
gotta get
people
some
that donated
tits.
like $1,000 or close or $900 and get.
How much
Yeah,
money
guys.
do you Americans have?
Unfortunately,
A lot,
the
apparently.
simp,
We don't care about the debt ceiling.
the simp variant, the simp variant of Americans have way too much fucking money to throw around, and they're usually kids of billionaires. So they need to jack off, and so they also donate while jacking off. It's called post nut regret. So
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah,
That's just
Dragon
how it
knows
is.
By the way,
something.
Jay Wilkin just dropped another 10 gifted Hypnotic memberships, dude. He's
Yep.
going
Dang.
he's
Bro.
going insane for 39 new members this stream. I gotta play the chaos.
Chaos is a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Thank you so much, Jay Wilkin. You are going nuts, man. Panther, all you guys in the chat, much appreciated. Much appreciated all the support that you guys do every single night, and especially on Saturdays, man. It means a lot. Truly does. Truly does. All right, so now we're gonna jump into Kathleen Kennedy. Let's talk about good old Kathleen.
I'm tired
I don't
of
want to.
talking
Do not want to go in.
I don't want to go anywhere near
Guys,
Kathleen Kennedy.
hey, Will, I may
I'm jump away
I'm
from Kathleen
gonna.
Kennedy.
Will, look, I have this picture. I may have to DM you this on Twitter. It's of Kathleen Kennedy as the Kennedy witch. I finally found an inspiration.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, I'll send it to you. Okay, I'll send it to you and
Cool.
see maybe you can make something out of it.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, it's gonna be
I'm sure
good.
you guys
it's
are
gonna
gonna have
it's
fun with
gonna
that.
it's gonna open
Hello,
up your
Miss
creative
Kennedy. Step
potential.
into my office.
Now let's talk about this actual rumor because we talk about it. It drives the headlines and people like talking about Kathleen Kennedy because there's an obsession with this woman, and rightfully so. There should be, but there's an obsession with this woman about wanting her gone. And even though I know deep down, me personally, I've said this many times that her leaving Lucasfilm will not change a fucking thing. I think people don't care at this point. I think they just want to see a head roll down the hill. Does that make sense?
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And
We
this
want
is
blood
this
for
is
the
the
blood
person.
We
after
deserve
what
one
she
by
did
this
to
point.
us.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the person who they want to see a head roll. But apparently, she's going to now stay at Lucasfilm because no one wants a job. Now, for me, all right, and I'm gonna do my own conspiracy theory. For me, if I was someone making good money off of faking news to leak it out there to the press, in order to make myself seem more what's the word I'm looking for? More what am I looking for? No. More legitimate. To make myself seem more legitimate, I would then create a new rumor after the fact saying that, oh, no, she's going to stay now, but it's because nobody wants her job, which, by the way, her job is a 20 to 30 plus $1 million a year job. Nobody wants that job. Seriously? You really want me to believe that? That is nonsense. That is absolute bullshit.
As dead as Lucasfilm is, I still would take that job.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. I would gladly take that job.
I would take that job. Immediately retcon everything that Disney has done and start again. Bring
But
back.
I believe that this particular rumor right here was made to counteract the obvious notion from the last one, which we all knew was bullshit. Like, we know Kathleen Kennedy's not being fired. I truly believe Kathleen Kennedy will leave on her own terms. She will leave when she retires. That's just how I've always felt. I don't think she's ever going to be fired. It doesn't matter how bad the movies do. It doesn't matter how bad it gets. At the end of the day, she's their diversity poster child. She's the one that puts all that bullshit out there. She's the one that's in full control.
Man. She knows
and she's got skeletons.
Yeah.
She's got information on skeletons for everybody.
She absolutely does.
She's a bad influence for old white women.
She's
man.
got the Epstein list in her closet.
Like
100%. She's deep in it, man. She's deep in the the Disney skeletons, man. She knows everything. She could probably bury Iger. She probably did bury Chapek. She can bury damn near anybody in the top executive board of Disney. I would almost guarantee that. I'd bet money on that.
Exactly her laugh.
Like,
look at her laugh. Look how she laughs. She laughs exactly like that type of
She's
person.
like, I'll lose you money and fuck you at the same time. Like that's the face right there.
I don't agree with the title where they say no one wants the job. I'm going to give context to that. I believe when they say no one wants the job, it's basically false, because in reality, I am quite sure there are a lot of people that want her job and want to bring back Lucasfilm, the Lucasfilm division, at least when it comes to Star Wars and other properties, back in order. The problem is there's no one that is as agreeable as her to the agenda that they can hire. That's why they say
there is,
no
right.
one wants. Well, I'm sure
No,
there
I'm
is,
sorry,
but not
there
as
is.
many. Not as many, and especially not those that...
For $30 million, I'll agree. I'm
Let's
just
just
putting
be
that
honest.
out there.
If Kathleen
I'm just being
Kennedy's
real
head
with you.
rolled tomorrow, Leslie
But,
Headland
all right,
would be the head of
at
Lucasfilm.
corporate, you need me to push this nonsense? Okay, give me $30 million, no problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's plenty of people who are out there doing that. I guarantee you they can hire somebody. I really wouldn't take the job because I fucking hate Disney. But truthfully speaking, there's a lot of people out there that will do it. And I'm not going to be ignorant to that fact. Like there is definitely people that would gladly push whatever they're told to for much less. I mean, there's people who will push unbelievable nonsense for $50,000 a year just to say they work at Disney or Silicon Valley or some tech job or whatever. They do it they were doing it at Twitter beforehand. Look at what they were doing at Twitter before Elon Musk took over. Look at the fucking, they had t-shirts for employees to wear. They were like, stay woke, hashtag stay woke. Like it was deep in there, bro. I'm telling you.
Hey,
it's
look, you wanna,
crazy. Okay.
You want to hear some pettiness? This is how.
Hear some Tom pettiness?
No. You know how like to give you an idea of how low some people will stoop just to please corporate masters. Some people are willing to go to shitty conferences nobody wants to go to, or participate in activities related to whatever company they work at, for free, for the potential of winning whatever game or activity that the company is putting up, in order to get free fucking PTO. Or pay time off, for those of you that don't know the acronym. Yeah.
I hope you know what PTO was.
No,
I didn't.
There you go. See?
Well, it's because you're in Britain.
We got
you
we
live
got
on
to give
unemployment.
context.
Yeah.
We got to give context to the audience.
Fuck you, Hypno.
You're just jealous, motherfuckers. I'm just jealous because healthcare's free.
Yeah,
the fucking bigot,
a little bit, little jealous.
The mass bigot.
But no, you're right though. You're right. Like people, like I said, people will do whatever they're told for much much less. I mean, look at hourly employees. Look at all these retail hourly employees for $15, $20 an hour taking
especially
diversity
people in
courses
Hollywood
and pretending like they give a fuck about these diversity courses. Oh, you gotta watch your microaggressions, people. You gotta be nice, overly nice to LGBTQ people. You know, like I guarantee you, I don't work at those places. I just know, just based in my history, that people take those courses, and I'm sure Wyatt can attest to this. People will take those courses, they will click off everything, right? Click it off, like, oh yeah, agree, and then behind the scenes be like, fuck this faggot, you know what I mean? Like they will drop words.
It's
like,
literally required for
demonetization.
employees throughout like most businesses, most corporations, at least in California, is that like all employees are required to do this like diversity training thing. Everywhere. And you sit for a fucking hour, and it literally is like, did the white woman offend the black woman by telling her to do a better job? And
Wyatt, don't fucking bring me that shit back.
Changing minds. That's the thing about these courses.
No, yeah, it doesn't.
Training.
It's
making things worse. In my opinion.
The last one I did, the funniest one. They were talking. The example was, some like woke white woman was saying how I love when people explain new things to you about like maybe you didn't understand about this point of view, and then it opens the world to you. And then someone else, they interview someone else, and they go, I was making a joke at work where I said that something was retarded, and I didn't think about it. And then someone pulled me aside that said they have a cousin that identifies as having different abilities. And that's literally quoting what they said. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? What does different ability? Can they fly? Are they an X-Men?
Are they retarded?
Dude, those courses get you this.
You know what the answer to that?
That's what they get. Yeah, it's exactly that.
This is the thing. By the way, for disclaimer, everyone on Twitter found out that this is more of a concept shot. It's not even real. But even so, if this is a concept,
it's gonna be real.
It's gonna be real.
It's gonna be real.
It's pickup.
You cannot tell me otherwise. It's gonna be real.
Supposedly they're the stunt doubles or something like that.
I can't wait for
the actual cast, but they have to be dressed. At the end of the day, they have to be dressed like the cast, right? So
why didn't they make the dwarves black?
I don't know about you guys. I cannot wait for Snow Brown in the check boxes.
I know, right?
Can't either.
What
are they gonna do about the line where she says "skin white as snow"? What are they gonna do about that?
I know, right?
Skin brown as soup.
Skin black as volcanic
black
ash.
as ash. Yeah,
like she's literally described in the story as skin white as snow. So I guess
white is a social construct.
Politically correct creatures. Yeah,
we can't have beautiful raven-haired women, white women anymore. They like the ginger women are going fucking extinct.
The one thing that really stood out to me is why is one of the dwarves significantly shorter than the rest of the dwarves?
Come on, Will, damn it.
I'm just here to fuck around, man. That's it.
But look at these dwarves, man.
I like how one dwarf is the actual.
One is actually a dwarf. Yeah.
Yeah,
other
where
guy
is the
looks like-
actual dwarf? Is I guess that's too.
I mean,
I swear to God, it looks like they traveled through time and pulled these guys from different periods of history where they were out.
did.
making
This looks like
educational
Bill and
children's
Ted. This
shows.
looks like the first Bill and Ted movie when they
It was worse than the first Bill and Ted. This looks like a fucking educational show. This looks like the kind of thing
Assemble.
where, oh guys, you can't go out at recess because it's raining. So
This
we're
is
gonna wheel
live
on the
action
TV and show you
Magic
this
School
fucking
Bus.
TV show. That was
Why
made
is
for
he
about
staring at his
$14.
ass like that? You're so
Who?
happy. Yeah. He's like
God
staring at his
damn.
ass like, oh yeah.
That's a dude.
I'm about to get that white ass. Like I can't wait.
It's old white ass though. Like
And
when you
she's
want to
like,
go
yeah,
after
man,
young one.
He's like, I
Look.
shouldn't be here.
No.
It's like
This dude.
I have been. I
Hey.
discovered this yesterday, and I didn't have time to make a video on it. So it's really good to get. What the
Yeah.
fuck is that at the front? Seriously, he looks like a
That
fucking
is-
PE teacher.
It looks
from
like
the
he was
1980s.
photoshopped in this picture. Like,
I was
they-
gonna waste.
It looks like he didn't know the camera.
He
was
looks like
back.
Why
he's
is
a
his neck so
substitute
large?
gym teacher who's got a bit of a sketchy
He got a
record and he's
strong
going to be
neck.
in the
Yeah.
showers
Yeah,
with.
very strong.
He's taking the kids on a special field trip.
He does.
got
He
a
looks like he's
incredible-
special himself. That's
Bro,
his
why
fucking
is
superpower.
They all
everyone
kind
looking
of look
at
a little
each other's ass except the dude in the back?
Well,
Like,
to be fair, they're going downhill. So
My
to be
God.
fair. But
He looks
you know,
like hi ho,
that
hi
field of
ho,
vision
it's
is
off
zoned
to
in
go
on
and
the
get
ass.
arrested.
So, like,
Hi ho, hi ho.
Hi ho,
You are
it's
a
off to
bunch
get
of
arrested for
pedos.
touching children. For fuck's sake.
Hey,
oh,
yo.
God. Hey,
His
Cage,
guy, look at
welcome
his
back
jeans.
from
Look
the
at his fucking
void.
jeans. His jeans are up to his nipples, for Christ's sake.
Had to feed the Ziggler.
What?
This is actually the prequel
1950?
to Sound of Freedom.
Yeah. Oh my God.
This is
And the sound of
trafficker-
music.
Seriously, what
This
the
is
hell
the
is that guy
trafficker's
wearing?
backstory.
What is that guy wearing? Seriously, he looks really like
He's
he
wearing-
really looks
boy.
fake. Like he looks like his head doesn't
Yeah.
even.
Like he's
I don't
been
know.
superimposed.
Yeah.
on
Wearing
his picture.
Tampax.
I hope that's not a blaring like bad CGI part because the neck
I
just
think
doesn't seem right.
I
know what I'm saying?
mean, like, what the heck is with
They're
I feel
standing
bad
next
for
to
the
Peter
only
Dinklage's
actual
stunt
dwarf
double.
here. Like this is kind of fucked up.
like this dwarf? Like either he has like a big junk or those pants are fucking terribly designed. Like what the hell?
Also, not only that, I mean, you guys are why do they look so
Yeah.
clean? What is this thing about? Like,
Why
they're
does the
supposed
second
Because-
one from the black, from the back look transgender?
Good to see my
Wow.
Klansman is
Second
rubbing
from
off
the
on you.
black.
the shit that happens when a trans is not
Second
around.
from the black.
Finally, we got
Cassie's
a woman
cashing
to.
in that 1%. Cashing
We
in.
finally got a woman to join the
The
Klansmen.
second
Hell
to
yeah.
last one looks trans. I'm just
Second to
saying.
Heart and let that hate out.
Every
The
single
second to
one of
last-
these looks like your fifth choice.
Hey.
Which one looks trans? This one?
Yes.
Really?
Like,
yeah.
Look
That
at that
one's
person's
looking-
hips.
Right.
From the black.
Look at their hips.
Yeah,
Your
you
hips
might-
don't
you might-
That's
lie.
kind of true. What's going on there?
I mean, at least it's a
And
good
I mean,
thing
that
we
is
have
kind of
a-
like trans colors too, a little bit.
Look, and it's a good thing we have a woman on the show because she can actually detect when someone's gotten too many fucking implants to appear to look like one. So I'm just glad. Thank you for letting us know.
For
this
all
is a
we
trans
know,
person.
it could be transracial as well. That could be a
Well,
white
that's the
Ollie
story.
pretending to be a black woman.
bringing them back.
They seriously
main
all
character
are
is
dressed like
transsexual.
fucking hippies, though. That's the most like. Why
That's
are they dressed
yeah,
like hippies?
hippie scum. Yeah, that's what they are.
They look
are.
like cheap hippies.
They look
though.
like they
got no
rolled out
good
of
drip.
Philadelphia.
That one dude
smoking
looks straight
weed.
out
But you have to
70s.
They
understand
look like they're only
the people that
standing
make
that
this
far
shit.
away.
The people that
Done.
make this shit have no knowledge of any history. So like this, the late 60s is probably as far back as they can remember, especially in regards to feminism. So yeah, this is why if they're trying to make something retro, it has to be as far as that, and that's it.
They
Like-
think the 80s was like
Seriously,
200
the dude
years
in
ago.
blue. The dude in
Oh.
blue. He looks like somebody told him to stand there
My-
and said, "Now you're a really good boy. You just stand right there,
goodness.
okay?"
That's what I'm
right.
saying. He
And
looks
he's like,
like.
"I'm in the movie."
Dude,
Oh,
see,
no
like,
way.
you-
Good Dono
Everybody's
impression.
Joe Brown
walking-
looks like she bought her fucking clothes at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Everybody's walking downhill.
Maybe
in
she works at
unison, and this
McDonald's.
jackass is just like, "I stands here and I takes a picture.
Oh,
Take
gosh.
my picture, please."
I'll
Thank you.
stand here and I'll take a
Just don't
picture. All right, just make
I'm in
sure
my-
You
Man, I'm
will make me happy.
you gonna make me happy.
Days-
and
days-
we're gonna
days
get
have
some
told me.
shrimp, and we're gonna open up a shrimp shop in the middle of fucking Atlanta. Cause
Days-
hell yeah,
There's a
Days
little
told me
pirate.
I
people
I
of
was the
color.
lead dwarf. Days told me I was the best. You know,
Yeah.
motherfuckers. How are you
The
gonna
guy
make
holding the
him?
stick-
You're gonna make him the lead
the guy holding
dwarf
the
when
stick
there's an
looks like
actual
Jimi
fucking
Hendrix
dwarf
stuffed
here.
up.
White.
The
That's like
actual dwarf is put
insulting.
second behind the white man.
That's insane.
think.
They
You know what?
so
They
missed
should've just
opportunity.
casted-
The more I think
Look,
that
they
guy looks
just
exactly
casted-
like he was really seriously like,
Bro.
wait, hang on, there's 8 of them. Maybe
Who-
this
Yeah.
blue
who-
dude is not actually part of the picture.
Who is this G in chat? Guys,
There's no
Bad
chance
Boys.
in hell.
He says, please call her brown white.
Should
Bro,
call it
that's-
brown. No,
Brown.
I
brown.
managed to find the only 2 black people who sound like they're calling the director Massa Massa at the same
Yeah.
time.
Oh my god.
It looks
mean
like the
Kun-
two white
you mean
people, the one in the
Kunta
back
Kinte?
and the one in the front, are like rounding up everybody in the middle.
It really does.
And you
They
got,
were
like-
gonna cast these people. They
It's
should have just
fucking
casted
crazy.
all the leading men of Hollywood because they're really short anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
The guy who's actually standing
I mean,
behind
look.
the literal dwarf looks like if The Rock was playing Jimi Hendrix. It's absolutely appalling.
What is with the
Everything.
disco shirt too? Like I just don't
Yeah,
get the
why is he
outfit.
dressed like
yeah,
it
he
is
looks
actually
straight out
Why-
of the 70s.
This
Yeah, he
does
does.
not
A
look
lot of
like.
them do.
No, you know what happened, guys? The thing is I know why they make these stupid shirt design choices because back in the 16th through 18th centuries, there were people that if they had low income, they would wear those kinds of shirts, but they were not this intricately designed. This never existed. They just see like design
yeah, it's all
choices from those
stylistic.
time
It's-
periods.
Yeah,
They see design like all these designs. They are in well, except the
Fucking
dude in
wearing
the back,
tie dye, like literally wearing tie dye.
I know. Yeah, what the hell? And the guy wearing the beanie hat.
I don't even like what
He
the
looks
hell are
like he's
these
about to
jeans?
This
go
guy
off
looks
and
like he
suck.
just smoked some good shit.
He looks like a
I
reject
would
from the
too if I was on
fucking
this
from
fucking
Mystery
set.
Inc. He looks like he should be sitting in the back of the Mystery
is he
Machine. He's the
Shaggy?
guy
This
they
guy
don't
looks
even
like
bring
Tom
with them.
Holland confused.
Yeah,
I can't
they're
believe you
like,
just said that.
no, you
Very
stay here.
confused as
Not
to
even
how
good enough
Twitter
to go anywhere
exposed
with
a weird
Velma.
scene where a black dude overpowers him in a bathroom. Yeah.
Seriously, no, the costume
Yeah.
quality. Look at Snow White. I mean, what is that outfit? It's
Snow Black.
It's red. It's a Red Riding Hood.
definitely
They
Snow
accidentally
it's
gave
Red
her the
Riding
wrong
Hood, right? But it looks
shit.
like a children's Halloween costume.
Yeah,
It is a
look
Halloween
black.
costume.
To be honest,
they went
most
to
of them
Party
probably.
City and
Yeah, I
bought
was gonna
it.
say they probably go to Party City or to do something. Like
I
that.
was gonna say this is all the budget they've got left after all those
Bought
fucking
it for
Star
20
Wars
Then
bucks.
where's this money going when they say they spend millions and
To
millions of dollars?
Ukraine.
It doesn't go to the actors.
It's
That's
going-
for fucking sure.
It's going
These
to the new
actors are
Epstein
very
Island they
cheap.
had to build.
Those are
Dude.
cluster bombs.
It's
Yeah.
all been funny Monday ever since Epstein didn't kill himself. It's all the money's been going to fund a new island.
They all look like they've
Snow
been told
things.
that they are legally not allowed to stand any closer to Snow White.
She's a powerful woman. You don't stand near powerful women, otherwise you're gonna get pegged.
Yeah, she's got
I
to
saw it,
be
it's like-
separate.
Like, if one of them takes one step to the left, 50 FBI
Yeah.
agents are going to jump out of that grass. and they're fucking
Yeah.
freeze!
This is the one like Disney animated film that just should have never gotten the live action treatment because there is
I
no
think it got
scenario
one.
that there's no scenario where this doesn't come off awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
But the
Just
thing
left
is, there was
alone.
already I believe there was like a Snow White, several before this. I know the one with Chris Hemsworth sucked, of course, but I think it was a previous one, or maybe I'm crazy.
Well, that wasn't anything like the actual thing. It was kind of
No,
like they had
it
the
had,
names.
it had
but-
Chris. Look, it had Kristen Stewart on it.
No, I
so
know, I
she
saw
was
that
gonna
movie.
have her. She was gonna have that resting bitch face the entire
my
time.
God, I
so
just remembered
like
who
she
that
did in
is.
Twilight. So I just forgot. I just ignored her. Okay, I only cared about something else. But I swear, like there was other movies besides that. But seriously, this is a concept picture. If this is your concept picture, I don't even want to imagine what your final product is going to turn out like.
It's gonna be worse.
So
Yes.
the Daily Mail reported on this, and they said, or they corrected themselves. They did like not a retraction, but an update on the article to say basically that it was like pickup shots, like reshoots. That's why they're all dressed vaguely like they should be, but apparently,
Yeah.
But so if this is legit and not actually just a complete fabrication or a troll, then whatever they are wearing, whatever the fuck that shit.
What
is
the
they're
fuck
wearing,
is this?
that is complete damn close
nothing.
to
That's
what
the
they're
problem.
supposed to be wearing, right?
These
And
are
they
not
must look-
dwarves.
This is nothing.
No.
This is just
Yo,
Hey, mate,
that one
miss.
black dwarf is a woman. You can't tell me shit, bro.
gypsy.
That's a
I'm
woman.
like, I'm like exhausted. I need
It
to have
has
a night's sleep
titties. It has titties and hips.
Yeah, that's definitely a woman. That's 100%.
Sure? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah.
Are you a
What the fuck
biologist?
is going on? Homie?
I literally
you don't.
what?
You don't
This is
argue
definitely like a white power
with a
symbol right
woman about what is a real woman. They should
No,
know.
It could be a
I mean, they let
trans
trans
No,
people
I
in.
didn't know this was even
I'm
up
sorry.
for debate. As soon as this picture came up, I was like, okay, one of them is a black chick.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a dude.
I mean, I didn't
That's
really
not a
care,
dude.
but like,
So are we
I
saying
mean-
it's a dude? I'm so confused.
I don't even know.
face
Like,
mask.
Cage
Tear
was
that
just
face
like,
off,
"That's a
and
dude,"
it's a
and I'm
white
like,
man.
okay.
I just
What's
I
that?
don't know what he's doing here. This makes me feel uncomfortable.
manspreading.
He is trying to do that crane position attack move from Karate Kid near the end. I think he's trying to do that shit.
These are not fucking dwarves. Where are
But-
these like?
I
don't
mean-
even-
He's about to kick Johnny Lawrence in the
Yeah,
head.
this gets worse, bro. It gets-
Yep, that's definitely
what is
one.
going on
Woman
with these
confirmed.
outfits?
So one of the
man?
dwarves is this
What
skinny
is
white
that
dude.
guy at the back? Seriously.
Yeah, that's a dwarf.
I mean,
He's the spy.
Guarantee you, she's the leader of the dwarves. Guaranteed.
this
Guaranteed.
dude on the left is so confused. He's like,
Yeah.
"Am I really in the shit?"
He was an extra on a different movie, and then he walked onto this set.
And
like,
he's
"Ah, I
a
guess
really
I'm here."
tall fucking dwarf. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like you could just tell a height disparity going on here.
White dwarf.
Like
The
this
guy at
is
the
not
back-
dwarf.
Seriously, the guy at the back looks like the train man from the Matrix, but he's
Yeah,
been
he-
going
he
to a special
does.
needs school for like
Snow
5
Black,
fucking
the
years.
Seven Dwarves, and Rasputin. Go on.
Oh, hold on. I got an even better picture. I got a better picture of our famous blue dwarf with our, he look at this guy.
Oh goodness, what?
Oh man, there's too many jokes. It's hard
Hey,
to. No, that guy actually is in the
God.
picture, isn't he?
Yeah,
This
he
looks
is.
like a Star Trek episode.
Why are there 8 of them then? I swear I didn't
It
count
looks
that.
like an
of
old
Star
Star
Trek.
Trek
Didn't they
episode
make
where they had
Spock
to
get
disguise to kind of go to the
Why
place.
is
the
he
dude in the
ahead
back
of the
towering
actual
over all of them?
He looks like
Hey,
in-
If I was this
Look at the
dwarf, I would
in
be
the back.
upset.
He was like 6 feet tall.
He looks like Dave Grohl
Hey.
and small.
Hey,
You know what? The guy at the front, he looks like he looks like
is retarded. Okay, you can't discriminate me, you bastards. I'm a fucking
I
dwarf.
don't get it.
I'm a fucking
You
dwarf,
got-
you bastards.
fucking
I don't get it,
unreal.
man.
You've got,
Why-
you've
why-
got Gilroy,
Is this?
Gilroy
This
fucking
is-
Lockhart leading the
is
discount.
great.
Don't they talk? Don't they talk about diversity and everything like that? Like, why
Of course.
didn't you hire all dwarves? Like, you couldn't find some black
Because
dwarfs.
Peter Dinklage
Seriously,
got
like,
mad.
Peter Dinklage ruined it for everyone.
Yeah,
They only,
dumb
that's the
cunt.
only dwarf they could get.
Oh,
on
that's
Peter
right.
Dinklage
He
to
Yeah,
said-
pull
he
off.
literally ruined it.
He said
Peter's-
that, oh, if you have all dwarves, that's like putting what's the word? Attributing to the stereotype, right? Like he's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it
all
basically
dwarves
is
living in
bullshit.
caves. That's not
And then-
that's a
So
stereotype.
as soon as he got
It was
his
so
money, he
fucking
was like, no.
offensive to all the other dwarves. They actually
Yeah.
got fucking Hornswoggle from WWE.
Right,
doing
and they
interviews
fired
on
him
the
because
radio.
they because of Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Because he wanted it out for
They were all
himself. That's
saying,
what it is.
Dinklage, man, shut up. Stop pulling the ladder up behind
Like-
you.
That's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
I mean, like with Peter Dinklage, man, some of the things he says, like all I can think in my head is just, shut up, you fucking midget. You got fucking famous from
my
Game of
God.
Thrones.
This
How
is
about
the
you
prince?
shut your fucking pipe hole and take
They
your
have
fucking
tiny
roles?
brains.
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense if this is the prince. That
That's a
explains his
beautiful quote
outfit.
there.
That explains
And
why he
how
looks
he
like
looks so
Gilroy
stupid.
Lockhart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he's got that kind of haircut. innit?
Who is the
Like,
prince?
But apparently,
Okay.
Snow White's not going to care about the prince in this movie, just
Couldn't
like
give a
Little
shit,
Mermaid didn't
apparently.
care about her prince. So he's probably going to be gay, probably banging a black dwarf, most
So wait a
likely.
minute, wait a
and-
minute, wait a minute. The prince is wearing a fucking hoodie
Yeah.
and jeans that look like they would splash your balls into.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
basically.
those jeans look very
That is legit
uncomfortable,
jeans.
especially in the
He's got
No,
crotch.
they're not
pads.
jeans, actually, are they?
He's
There's
tucking his penis.
a fucking
Yeah,
oh
you
no,
got it from Target.
friendly prince. Yeah.
This is all Target clearance merchandise. This is what this is
Oh,
right
for
here.
fuck's sake,
Yeah.
can you
Prince
stop with
Shearer.
that fucking
By
shit?
Target.
It really
Just
does look
fucking
like they
stop.
shopped at Target.
I'm tired
This-
of this
This
bullshit.
whole fucking all these outfits are
The
just
dude at the
in the
back,
back.
I swear to God, he looks like trans train man. He really
does. He really does.
Why is he so
It's
fucking
so
tall? I
hard to
cannot
predict.
understand why he's so tall.
yeah.
I
It's
can't
so wrong.
pick out which
He
one
looks
I'm
like he's
supposed
leading
to
all these
pick on
short people
next.
to a
I mean,
special
what
play.
happens
Who's the?
It looks like he has
No.
plans.
I don't know which one I want to kill next.
At this point, why is this even called Snow White in the Seven Dwarfs?
Yeah, it's
Like,
just a
why
completely
they're
different
not
story.
dwarves
Snow White
and
and
it's
the
not
United
Snow
Colours
White.
of
Like,
Benetton, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not even 7.
Oh my
No, there's
God.
8. There's 8 of them on the fucking screen, unless you count the guy that must be the prince. He's the only
No,
one.
No,
yeah, he's the prince.
Rasputin is the odd one out, not the
You'll
prince.
find out right at the
Yeah.
end that the
Yeah,
guy at the
it's
back was the
7.
prince all along.
Time
I think
following
that-
Rasputin.
No, wait, the prince was the friend
Subvert
you made along the way.
expectations, right? You got to subvert
Oh, yeah.
expectations. You can't just do
Yeah.
the same old story. You know, it's not practical. They don't.
That's
they don't
what I'm
like
saying.
that
I
stuff.
think we
It's
should
gonna be
remake.
swashbuckling Hendrix over there.
I think we
No,
should
no,
remake
Prince,
Black
yeah.
Panther for the modern day, and we should cast an albino person. We should set it in Alaska.
An albino
Yes.
black person. That is
Right.
genius, bro. They exist.
Diversity.
And you know what's great? We're
And it
gonna
should be
make
like some
sure
play
that
on
his
words with Caucasian.
no. You know what we're gonna make his arch nemesis be? A fucking African witch
The sun.
doctor, because in real life, witch doctors think that killing an albino and consuming their bones gives them fucking vitality. So that'll be a great plot. The albino Black Panther is trying to kill off the witch doctor.
Well, what would you
genius.
call their like country of origin? You can't be Wakanda. It's
White
gotta be a play on
Wakanda.
words. No,
White
Wakanda. Wakanda.
Wakanda.
Albino
There you go.
Kanda.
Like Caucasian. but
Albino
Wakanda.
Kanda, yeah.
Wakanda would be good. I like that.
Kakanda's
How about
good.
Japan?
Kakanda's good.
Wakanda's good. We're gonna call it Wakanda. That's what we're gonna do.
Wakanda, yeah.
God, I
Yeah.
fucking hate this movie. And I haven't even seen it yet.
I know.
I don't plan to. It's just this entire thing's retarded.
Yeah.
Like,
It doesn't look
it-
like. I swear to God, this looks like when I was a little kid. I remember being like about 4 or 5 years old, and
it
it
looks
gets
like
to
a
like
porn parody.
it gets to break time, gets to play time, but it's raining. So instead, they sit us all in the gym, they wheel in a fucking big old CRT TV and play some shitty education TV show that accidentally teaches you math while fighting dragons or whatever. That's what this looks like.
That's
This-
exactly right.
That's the kind of budget.
It's
that they have.
Oh,
I
got
don't even give it
great
that.
name.
I give it a porn parody. Like it literally looks like
Yeah.
a porn parody. Like
You're not
everybody
wrong,
in this
actually.
line looks like they're on the way to fuck Adam 22's wife. Like the entire fucking thing. It's just bullshit. This entire thing is bullshit.
Bro, that shit is
Oh, man.
funny. Like, and
Yeah.
the
There's
fuck,
too many pictures. There's too
Like-
many memes you could make with this. I don't know where.
Oh
to start.
God, that's gotta
But
happen.
every
Someone's gotta
dwarf,
take that picture.
please, Will. I know you, can
gotta
do it.
I mean,
know you
Atreus
can do
said
it.
he had the whole thing saved in order to fucking just destroy Adam next time he gives excuses.
Oh my
But
god.
damn, that woman,
That meme
bro,
has to
bro,
happen.
I'm sorry. Like, is that the fucking gift?
Being
Wait,
He's
Adam
enjoying
Cuck
that shit
who?
too much.
Being a cuck should be a criminal offense punished by death.
That's pretty
It's
strong.
thundering, by the way.
Wait, Adam who? Which
Adam
am I-
22. Adam
Oh
22.
right, okay.
I'm not even gonna get into it. Let's not even get
22
into it.
because he's the
It's just-
22nd cuck that she's
Yeah.
Oh, that
chained
guy.
up. You know,
Yeah.
so
It's pretty rough, man. It's rough to see a man. It's rough to see a man fall.
CLM.
It's
Yeah,
really
that-
rough. But
Bro,
we weren't
yeah,
even supposed to
poor
talk about
guy.
Snow White. I just saw this picture and I'm like, God, I fucking hate this movie.
I mean, look, we can call
hate
it
everything
like
it
Snow
stands
White.
for.
I hate this world.
I mean,
Lay another
yeah,
plug.
bro.
Yeah, I know.
Snow White and the bisexual troop. I don't know. It's still a work in progress.
But it's
you
just
know?
Snow White
not
and the dwarf
Snow
orgy.
White. That's the thing. It's
Dwarf
not.
orgy.
Even if you wanted to race swap Snow White, you could have at least kept all dwarves. Like you have one
Yeah,
dwarf
that
in there
part's
just
insane.
to be the token dwarf. That is nuts to me. Come
Yeah, but
on,
Steve
man.
is a
Dwarf.
genius. Like Steve is a genius. Like we're all dumbasses for not coming up with this title.
I don't
Hi
even
ho
think
parody. The hi ho porn parody.
it is the high hope one parody.
Hi
It really is
ho.
the hi ho parody.
I don't even think
Speaking of Adam
children
22's
can go
wife.
to this movie for Snow White and truly believe that that's what they're watching. Like, no, you can't sell me that narrative. Like, well, Little Mermaid, okay, all right, whatever, I get it. But with Snow White, like, there is nothing about this movie that is Snow White that anybody will recognize, whether an adult or a child. And if you're trying to convince me otherwise, this is just stupid. It's fucking
Yeah.
unbelievably stupid.
You know what's expectations they will subvert for me? They will subvert the expectation that it will probably make me fall asleep faster than Rings of Power did. Yeah.
Is that even possible?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
don't
the
know,
Acolyte's
but
definitely gonna try.
Oh,
Let's
Rings
talk
of
about the
Power made
Acolyte.
me
Taking
so
ambient
curious,
nights
I couldn't
together.
sleep. I couldn't
all right,
sleep.
Wyatt, everyone, discllaimer,
Man, I hate
Wyatt
this bitch already.
will become
Yeah, if that
extremely
bitch, I
angry.
knew it. I knew it was gonna be this cunt. I hate this thing that has
This
probably
thing?
never seen a fucking movie in their entire lifetime. I just
Who's
really
the
love being in
racist
Star
now?
Wars because like I love like stars and like wars. So like yeah,
I'm really into Wars and Stars. I shaved my
I
head
do.
so I can look like an actual Oscar.
And you know what's crazy? She's always, if you watch the interviews, if you watch like all the different things that she's in, she's always wearing the same neck piece because that's the only way you can see her head from her body. That's the only
she's
way you can
black,
separate
and black
it.
people like to show bling all the time. You know, it's
No, I
kind
don't
of
think that's it. I
stereotype.
think it's literally the only way you can separate
That's actually a traffic reflector like bicycles. have.
Atreus is not on stream, so I have to make my racist jokes, somewhere, bro. Like, come
incredible.
on, guys. I mean,
All
look,
right,
if I
let's watch
really
this.
want to get nitpicky, like, her teeth are wider than fucking Ryan. Okay?
Her teeth are very racist, by the way. Like, it's just the
Yeah,
fact
they're very racist white
how
teeth.
unbelievably white they are. Not only does she pay for that
Like,
because that's just very unnatural, but
If she's
number
so
two, it's
obsessed with
ridiculous.
representation, why doesn't she paint her teeth black?
That's what I'm saying. Give me black teeth, but the
Or
problem
Make it exciting.
put them all,
Or
put
black
all gold
eyes.
teeth.
Get
Love
Chris
it.
Brown
She
here.
opens her
Oh,
mouth and
Salty
she's got
might
just
be
a
onto
massive
something.
Yeah, I
Salty
think
might
you're right.
actually be onto something.
Right.
I never even thought about
Hey,
that.
yo.
Yeah.
Salty is
That's
woke.
funny.
I appreciate that, Salty.
Like,
All right,
like,
let's watch
Star
this.
Wars.
I want to watch it. I haven't
God.
watched this. It's
Oh,
long, but I just want to see
no.
what she says because I know like whenever these actors they get in the front of whenever they're interviewed, it always throws something about diversity.
I'm pretty sure that this is not a human. This is an empty trash can that has like a robot and it's being walked around on the red carpet.
Jesus
Aren't they all
Christ.
that?
And guess what? No,
In a
I'm
way.
not gonna say it. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
But you're saying
Just
it.
play the. No. I was gonna say a video.
black.
You weren't gonna say it.
I was gonna add more about.
I
the
thought you
trash
weren't gonna
can.
say it.
I mean, fine.
Shut
Hold up!
Hey, fuck it. Okay, you want me to go at it? Guess what? The stream will now be demonetized.
Well,
It
now
already
it
is. It's
Now?
been demonetized since 8
What
minutes
is
in.
it now?
Now, I mean, look.
Now finally the demonetized can be represented for the first time.
by a
You're trying to
dragon.
do what they're doing. They're claiming what
Yeah.
something as a first that's already happened
Making
so many
history.
times before. Like, yeah,
I mean,
you're
look. Is
Great.
it a coincidence that she is probably going to be trash in this show, and
Oh,
trash
100%.
cans are black?
Oh, that's
I mean,
fucked up. That's racist.
See,
all right.
hey,
And
you
now
told you,
we're
you told me to go ahead. And by the way,
Yeah. You need to go
Quieter,
in the
more
sin
sane
bin for
place
that
no.
one now.
By the way,
I
everyone.
apologize, ESG overlords. We
Was
will
that
we
an
will
actual
we
moment
will
of silence
rectify.
there?
We will rectify
Look,
Dragon
look,
Slayer
I said-
commenters.
Look, I'm sorry. Like, we didn't have our usual hood ninja
Let
here.
the
Like,
black
normally he
woman
would have
speak,
died. But...
Dragon. Let
The
the
what?
black woman speak.
I never thought
Fuck
Ryan would
no,
say
she's
that.
a bitch. Anyway.
Wow.
Fucking Christ.
We apologize for Dragon
True what
Slayer.
they say about the South, huh?
He's
I
rough,
know.
man. You know, those Hispanics,
You
they
try
really
to
are
go
white
against
supremacists. They
stereotypes,
are.
But then there you go.
They are. They're white. They're definitely white supremacists.
Well, they are Spanish, so.
You're Hispanic too, you fucking mask hoe.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let me back in, you fucking twat.
We apologize for myself too.
I was
All right,
about
let's
to say.
He was busting out his Jamaican accent.
Play this
there for a
fucking
second.
video. I
Quick
want to see what she's
disclaimer,
talking
I actually love black people, okay?
Oh, sure you
This is-
do.
Oh, now we're
Yeah,
just
he
removing
really-
you for
really
lies now at
loves
this
it.
point.
Some
Like,
of
you're
your best
just
friends
lying
are
out
black.
your ass now.
You
All
guys
right,
are
come on.
awesome. Please do
Let's go.
not report to the ESG.
Let's go. Let's go.
God.
I am
Let's
so
play
sorry.
this clip. I want to see what she says. Come on.
It's so great to see you. Welcome to Star Wars Celebration.
Stop lying.
You can finally kind of talk about Star Wars The Acolyte.
A little bit, yes, but I'm like, I don't know what I can talk about. Like, everybody in here saw the thing,
No,
but
you
I'm like,
don't
can I
know what
talk
you
about
can
the
talk about.
thing?
Don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how to
What the
speak.
fuck?
But I don't know how to talk.
Why is she
Why is
honing
she
in on this
retarded?
man so hard? Like, is she trying to undress him or something?
I
white.
thought he was
Duh.
CGI'd in. I thought the
Looks
man.
He looks like the
blue
back of his
screen.
Oh.
back of his head should be
does.
melting.
Oh, you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of this meme. Oh, I gotta bring it up. This is a great time.
She's
actually.
wearing flattened Sith holocrons on her ears.
Oh
It
my
does
god.
look like that.
That might,
It
that
looks
might
like-
be
Is that
why
the
she is
sad
trash.
MacGuffin thing from Rise of Skywalker? Is that what that is supposed to be? I
Oh,
never actually
God.
watched that fucking movie.
You know
she's
what's
looking,
crazy?
she's looking at him like this meme. Look at this. Like, you guys know this
Couldn't
meme.
face it.
Fuck him.
Oh no.
Look at
Yeah.
me. I'm the captain now.
Oh
That's
my
how.
God.
That's how she's looking at him.
I'm the
Look at me.
captain
I am
now.
Star Wars
Look at
now.
me. I am
am
Star
the
Wars
captain
now.
of Star Wars now.
I am Star Wars
You are
now.
going to listen to me. I am the captain now.
Oh man.
Anything you say against me and my people, that is racism.
Ugly bastard.
Too many
A
memes.
huge microaggression.
All right, let's keep playing. Keep playing.
Let's talk about it a little bit. How does that?
What's the thing,
compare
you
what you
motherfuckers?
Saw,
Like,
do you
I
feel like that is an accurate representation of what we're going to see? Is it a little bit misleading? Are there still some tricks? Or would you like to see that? And how does it fall in line with
Why
what
is
you
she
think we're
looking
going
at
to
him
see in
like
the Acolyte?
That feels like a trick question.
Oh god, not the microaggression.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What a trick question, man. I need to use like 3 more brain cells out of my 10.
Whenever I see
Oh,
someone like that
God.
say trick question, that means that what they heard was too hard to understand.
You guys
Yeah.
know that these
What it
trash
means.
cans
Sounds like
pretending
a
to be
trick
actors
question.
can't handle questions.
I mean, I'm
Unbelievable.
surprised a trash can even has more than 5 neurons.
I'm surprised she's in Europe and still in one piece.
Wow.
Would never.
At least she's not in
I was
Paris.
like to watch that footage though with the crowd and with it,
Jesus
That
Christ.
was
This stream
thrilling.
does what
I could
Nintendo.
hear them like screaming to feel like that energy. I mean, I saw it for the first time yesterday when we rehearsed, and I was just like, oh my god, chills. Oh my god.
Why do they all talk like that, man?
How stereotypical. Like, how stereotypical of these people.
There's nothing up there. There is literally nothing up there.
Literally nothing.
Empty. It's just air at this
It's
point.
90 Fahrenheit.
It's nice buzz. Nice buzz.
Oh my god!
I am taking a screenshot.
Somebody clip that, please.
Hold on,
Clip
you
that.
keep that shit. You
That
keep
was
that
not
shit.
even. That was not even purposeful.
Keep coming.
That was
You
an
are going to
accidental
keep that.
pause, and that was just that was
African licks microphone.
incredible.
No. Keep that
This
shit
pause
in
is a
there.
microaggression in itself.
I am angling this shot now. Do not do anything. Okay, hold on.
This should be a new
Good
meme.
tongue
Can we
is.
make this into
I
a
got
new
it.
meme? Bro, absolutely. We're
I
gonna
got
make
the
this
shot.
into a new meme. Send me that
Will,
picture, and I'm gonna.
I
meme
am
the fuck
sending.
out of it.
I'm sending both of you this damn picture.
Do
We're
not.
Look at that
memeing
tongue.
this shit.
I thought black
The
people
tongue is
had black
racist because it's not
tongues.
black enough. Not
No,
black
it's
enough.
it's too white. It's too pink. It's not
Fancy
black
Pants
enough.
Pikachu's getting excited.
She needs to consume a bunch of weed to get that thing black.
Pigmentation, that tongue.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, she needs.
It's
She needs
very
to consume
disturbing how many
weed.
people are getting excited off of
She
this.
needs a good wash.
Chad. I mean, look,
Pleasing
Chad
so
is.
many creeps right now.
I mean,
Leave the chat alone. I mean,
Chat, we make chat unintentionally racist. I mean, unfortunately, like, the shit that Hollywood throws at everyone is so terrible that we have to like force ourselves to
Replace
just.
the microphone with a penis.
I mean,
This entire chat is just losing it.
Yeah,
I didn't know that's what it took,
Horrible.
man. Now I know this chat. I know what the chat
This
says.
is
So let's keep
completely
going.
like this wasn't planned.
It was not
mean,
planned.
like-
I accidentally clicked it.
Yeah,
She
before
was
the-
unplanned.
Chat.
Most
Both
of
of
us.
you get that picture. Look,
Even
both of
she
you
looks
get that.
disgusted by
Bloody
comicbook.com.
tugboat crack, not even once.
Last shot with all the lightsabers.
She was.
Why is she looking at him like she wants to kill him? I don't understand what's going on.
Most black people. Want
Why
to
are
kill
you
white
doing
people.
the angry black woman stereotype? This is not helping your cause.
So cool.
You know-
Get your hands off my system, you
Honestly,
kick.
and even in person, like it is so cool to see those fucking things light up.
It's so cool.
So when it's on set,
it's
when that's
so
happening on set,
cool.
I mean, is it like the new one at Disney World that's like growing out of the tube or whatever? Is it like a bit, what does a lightsaber look like on set?
No, on set,
It looks like a fucking handle because it's not
It's a
actually
dildo.
like
It's a
Yeah,
literal
plastic.
fucking baton that
With a green
glows,
stick.
and then you literally have editors go into an editing room
CGI effects,
and they
yeah.
edit through CGI the
love when
fucking
Dude, she doesn't even know
lightsaber.
what a
I love when
lightsaber
you
is.
talk French dragon. Oh, that's
Oh yes,
Oui,
oh
oui.
yes, mon ami, this
Oh,
is
yes.
wonderful.
marvelous. It's magnifique when you talk French a little bit.
The
Smoke
lightsaber is a
smoke
vibrator.
cigarette.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
the
a
lightsaber
vibrator.
is a vibrator sometimes.
like a
Oh,
long,
nice
like
cinema.
light
vibrator.
thing.
Did you hear how she explained it? A long
Yeah,
light
like,
thing. Wait,
Like
wait,
the
wait.
Or whatever is like
She
a bit,
literally
what does a
doesn't know what she's
lightsaber look like
talking
on set?
No, on set it's like a
Jesus
long like
Christ.
light thing.
It's
It's
like
a long,
God.
hey, bro, it's a long light pole thing, and then you
I'm
kind
so
of
glad
swing
I'm
it
finally here
around
at Star
I
like
Trek
am
a big
learning
ass
so much from
dildo,
this
you know? You know,
good
this
job,
dude's like
guys. Did you
It's a
know that
good
a
job there were
lightsaber is
no-
like a long light thing?
This bitch looks like you could show her a scene
I
from
still can't
Spaceballs and she would
believe
actually believe that they're Star Wars.
It's a
Bro,
good job that there were no electro
You should-
staffs on set because she would not be able to describe what an electro staff was.
You should
I'm
you
such a
should
big
take that
fan of
meme
Star
picture.
Wars. I really like it when Lone Star
Ima-
gets his Schwartz out.
That's
You
what I was
should
gonna
take-
say, dude. I'd
take
be one
that
of these
meme picture,
reporters and just
dude.
make something up.
dude, imagine her walking up to like one of the designers of a lightsaber and her saying, look, man, I gotta do an interview like in 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Can
gotta
you give me like
explain-
a quick rundown of how
Man.
what this weird light pole thing is?
Like a
You mean a lightsaber, miss? Yeah, that thing. Just give me a quick explanation, okay?
So
Incredible.
And then like somebody controls it to like turn the light on.
So it's something
Whoa!
Whoa!
Honey, you're playing too much into my
Whoa.
fucking stereotype. Could you fucking stop? I
Right.
hate
You're
being
trying to
right.
sound even a little
crazy.
intelligent.
I actually don't know how they work.
Yeah, how,
Shocker.
I'm gonna be honest, I actually don't know.
Figured out in season
I
2.
actually
No,
don't know how
we'll figure it
anything
out.
works. Like,
In
what's
season
this
two.
thing in front
This
of you?
woman-
Like, this magic stick? Like, what?
There won't be a season 2. It's
This
fucking
woman
trash,
is
though.
pissing off Cage and every other normal.
This woman
out
is
there.
Africa in a nutshell.
I cannot believe how just nonchalant. Like, look, this is my problem, right? So I'm sure Coach will agree. Like, you're an actor, right? You should be proud of what you're working on. You
Yes.
are showcasing with your body language, your overall knowledge about what you're
Everything.
working on. That
Yeah.
you don't give a fuck. That you
Yeah,
are literally floating
Look
by.
at her- yeah, absolutely. I mean,
This-
look at her eyes. Like the look she's given, him is like, what? It's like, what?
That's
What are you
exactly
talking
what.
about?
Like, every single interview I've seen with this chick, you can tell that she does not know nor care about what
Nor
the fuck she's
care.
talking about at all.
She's
They
not
paid her like
modeling.
3,000 pounds, bro. Like that was
Her
it.
IQ is 69. That's how she got the role.
I don't even think
my
it's that
God.
high, honestly.
She's like,
No,
guys,
it's,
all these people
that's
keep asking
being
me about
nice,
Star
Ryan.
Wars, and like, I don't know what that is, but I'm really happy to be here.
it's
Yeah,
that's
I
the
love
exact,
being a
like,
Star
response she's giving.
Wars.
It's really sad. No, like, and
Yeah.
take all the jokes out of it. It's actually genuinely sad that
Of course it is sad. I mean,
this person is supposed to be an
incredible.
actor,
It's
and she
insulting.
has the interest
My
level
job
of like.
description is to be an acting coach and to teach people
Yeah.
to respect this wonderful craft and to give
Crazy.
people like the illusion to escape. I mean, this is what entertainment industry, theater, playing, and all these wonderful stories are actually all about, to let us escape, right? To let us go
Yeah.
somewhere, because the people who are actually interpreting those stories and those fictional characters, they are so connected with that imaginary life. They are so kind of, they're filling up this container with so many ideas in order to let it look like this is like a genuine human being. Like this person really exists. And like to come up with that illusion, that is art, that is craftsmanship, that takes inventiveness, that takes charm, that takes many, many different things. But of course, it also takes patience, endurance, and resilience.
Yeah.
And these people, you can tell by the way they're talking, by the way they're not informed, not
Body
interested,
Yeah.
vague.
Mhm.
Their whole body language is artificial and superficial. The
It's
whole behavior
narcissistic.
lacks interest, passion, and tension. So for
Yeah.
me, for what it's worth, that's not even an actress.
No,
Yep,
she-
I agree. I agree.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
she's in
like
it for the
when you
glamour.
look
That's
at
glamour. Yeah, Cass.
when you look at what it takes to be an actor, like ideally, you want to be a worldly person. Like, people, there's a lot of old school actors like, James Dean. James Dean was a head case, but he wanted to learn things all the
Yeah,
time. Like he
absolutely.
was obsessive
Absolutely.
with being more worldly, and he would make friends, with people. Like he was really good friends with Eartha Kitt. Like he would want to be friends with people, even though sometimes he had a very weird personality. Most people didn't understand him. He was obsessive with learning anything that he could. And that to him made for a better actor overall.
Including
and
driving.
honestly, wanting to be involved in
know.
things
I
and
can't help
learn new
myself.
things makes you a better
Absolutely.
Being curious, being really curious and open to kind of, uncover whatever it's inside of you that connects you with this fictional story. That's what acting is all about. If you start saying, no, I want myself, to be represented, so you're not willing to open up your treasure chest. You're not, you're not willing for that excursion.
It's all look at me.
That
It's
treasure
all
chest analogy sounded too much like Jar Jar.
You have a
Abrams there,
wife, coach. You
Sorry,
don't
no
need another
different
woman.
ones, right, but these people, they have a non-interesting life, I feel.
He's Sicilian.
and
he can have a side
seems
chick
to be
on
bored.
somewhere around and you don't know about.
They've never went through any type of struggle or any type of conflict that they could relate to these characters in any type of way.
She's the glamour whore. That's
No,
what it is.
yeah,
Like you can tell she's in it for the glamorous life. She's
She's
an
an
actress because
influencer.
it allows her to wear these obnoxious fucking earrings. They make her look like she's some sort of African
Hide your
princess
Adam's
because
apple.
It's really what it is. That's all she cares
They make
about.
her look like she came straight out of Wakanda. I mean, I'm sorry.
That's
but
what they
this
want.
Is,
This is the new look. It's not diverse until it's obnoxiously diverse.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's play. Let's play.
Biggest thing that you felt you had to train for, that you had to learn more than anything you've done on a different project
Really
for
hasn't
the
learned
Acolyte.
anything, but it's okay. Look how long she took the answer.
That's
she's
a
like,
long
wait,
pause.
did I learn anything?
Did I
gotta-
learn?
Yeah, I don't know what learning means, but like it's just
people used to
Standing
those
there and
guys,
he's thinking,
like,
shut up and
people
lick the
used-
microphone again.
I think it's more about like understanding your place inside of the whole context. That is something that you kind of have to train your mind to.
More me,
because
me.
it's
Yep.
not, when you're
Yeah.
doing fantasy, it's like you
Did
really
you
have
guys
to
say
like.
Star Wars is fantasy or sci-fi?
Oh,
I
she
thought
is
it
the
was sci-fi
worst.
fantasy, not
She is
one
the
or the
worst
other.
interview I've ever seen. Like this is really, and you're right,
really bad.
Wyatt. Every fucking interview she has done, this is actually how she is. She cannot answer a single question, but you know what she can answer when they start talking about diversity. That's when
Yeah.
she has every
She
answer.
should be a politician.
It's really sad.
No,
Get
they
yourself
said
in
stay
this-
away.
State of
really
mind of
me
like,
off
okay,
because think of-
what world am I playing in? It's not as straightforward as something else, But it's also like, obviously, it's grounded, but it's heightened. It's like it's a whole new world.
Oh no, she's oh my god.
That is cultural
This
appropriation.
shit pisses me off when these people get
You are stealing from the Arabs. The Arabs own
My whole
that
thought
song.
is think about like when Star Wars was basically the original trilogy, or even when it was the original trilogy and the prequels. Think of how many actors that love Star Wars, that are great actors, would have fucking killed to have been in a Star Wars project and represent it well and do their best to represent Star Wars, not represent them. And then these empty trash can cunts just get thrown into it because they have a bunch of Instagram followers. They don't give a fuck about the project they're in. It's so fucking insulting.
It is.
I can't believe she just. I just vomited cringe.
It's
literally.
not a good example for the future generations to kind of buckle up and do their very best and even a little bit more to create great entertainment. Because if they see that this is the example that they need to kind of follow in order to be in one of those franchises, who the hell cares what the story is really about? If we offend some fans, if we're not truthful to the source material or kind of, twisting the characters here and there. It's all about being here, representing. It's all entertainment. They have a very shallow, one-dimensional idea of what entertainment really is.
Yeah.
They don't even study the word. They are not even trying at least to kind of get in those other shoes, because they've been told and educated like it's okay to be you, just be you, right? And I've clashed sometimes with agents, representatives representing like more famous Hollywood actors, because they would sometimes tell me, I don't want you to kind of stimulate my client to be an actor. He needs to act in this way because this is the way, this is the style, this is the fashion, this is now in. I don't want you kind of to insert strange ideas or to give him like weird ideas that now he should all of a sudden start acting. And it's like,
Wait, so they want to turn them into fad items, basically?
yes,
Yeah, of course.
Like they want to turn them into fad items.
That to me.
Yeah,
Like,
they-
we're talking about like a very famous actor. He
1000%.
told me like, no. Please don't interfere with our idea of how he should be built and what kind of movies he should, or
They make you a brand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
like,
so-
Which is really sad when you think about that.
It's
But that's
and
how
that's
it's
super
been
bad.
though for the
And-
longest time. Now it's just worse because now we have the agenda being infused into all these agents, and while the agents may not believe jack squat. They see money. They obviously go for it. I'm not saying
Well,
all agents. Now,
no,
I know
not
Coach
all
was
of
giving
them,
me the
but-
side eye there.
You know, the funny thing here was that the actor I was actually, working with, he was so convinced of what we were doing, on the coaching side of things, that he actually told his agent to kind of, take off, get it a couple of days earlier so he could work alone with me and he would be not, because he actually liked what we were doing. But, the agent, he was always kind of showing up in the worst moments, kind of, no, let's do this and this, and kind of, give him this idea that in order to belong to the tribe, he needs to act in a certain way.
Speaking of tribe, now we're going to talk about the one who says, is there any black people watching this show right now who's a nerd? Just curious.
He looks like a black princess.
You guys can comment in the chat because
I
apparently
identify as a black nerd.
all of you are highly unsafe right now. I don't know if you
This
knew that.
woman is infinitely more charismatic.
This woman looks
than
like
the
she's
other
wearing
woman.
a Halloween costume of Ray.
Yeah.
So you're fucking right.
I love
rubbing Copa's head to turn these black actors white, please. Everyone on chat, please go ahead and do
that's
that.
like a mom made it.
This is the woman who said that black people were never safe in nerd
It's a
fandom.
kid. It's not even a woman. What the fuck are you talking about? Look at it. She's
It's a thing.
kid.
I don't know.
It's like a 12-year-old.
How old is this?
I like the
person?
fake
It's a
whatever that
tranny
is on
demon.
her eyes that make her
Look,
look.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. I feel bad. Look, and this is not me
I
trying to make a
don't.
joke or something, but like,
That's just common.
I genuinely feel bad for black people right now because white people we're
I
already
don't.
fucked. We're already fucked with the diversity agenda shit. But you guys are getting it
You're
times
next.
3 because they think you're like the best fucking target to take advantage of because they saw that the government took advantage of you like 30 years ago and still are. And now they're just going at it even harder in media by making you feel like you are being oppressed. You are a victim.
Slaves
when in
by another
fucking-
name.
Hey, look, in reality, you are not a fucking victim. You're individuals. And if you want to be an actor, fucking go ahead and do it because people before you already did it. Just be diligent in your work, be dedicated if that's what you actually want to do.
Learn
Show
from your
up
masters.
on fucking time and do your goddamn
So
job.
here's the
and
thing
have
with that, though.
balls.
Here's the thing with that.
Massa.
You're saying that people did it before them, but in their interviews, they're trying to literally say they were the first.
That's
to
what
do
I
it.
think is so fucked up is that they're erasing their own heroes. They're erasing their own people who like
Legacy
paved the
of
way
them.
for them.
Because
the
those
narrative
heroes are
doesn't
not
stick.
convenient.
The
They're
narrative
not
doesn't
convenient.
stick if the people who came before them are acknowledged. You get what I'm saying? So they have to pretend like it never happened. They have to pretend like they don't exist, so that their narrative, we're ushering in this wave.
Oh,
of
I'm 18
diversity.
years old
We're
and I'm the
first.
first black girl to be in Star Wars. Oh my god,
It's retarded.
Oh,
It really
yeah.
is.
Yeah,
Let's
what
play this
about
clip. Let's
Reva?
see what she says. Fuck Reva. We don't talk about Reva.
Yeah.
Well,
We don't-
welcome
we don't
to
talk
Star Wars Celebration in the Star Wars universe. The footage we just saw for the Acolyte in that presentation was, I don't want anybody else to hear this, but it was my favorite thing we saw in there. It was so good.
Wow.
I totally believe you.
Bro.
It was so.
You know what that's
good.
called, ladies and
can you
gentlemen?
make it more?
That's called maintaining access. That's what that's called.
Bro,
that's
that
an
that
entire
acting
line
sucked,
right there.
though.
barely even trying.
Cassie,
who was
you wanted to
his
say
coach?
something? What happened?
Oh no, I was saying if that was the best pile of shit, like if out of all the shit there, that's the best. Well, that confirms there's nothing I need to see. Period.
Yeah, nothing.
So.
No, yeah, no.
Slayer, what are you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say like it surprises me. Like, actually, you're right, Mad Hatter. Yeah, fucking simp for Hollywood. Like this dude literally is acting
It's
so
the Jack
bad.
Murphy of Hollywood.
Like this guy is acting like Adam 22 with his wife. Like he literally is in order to maintain that access.
Adam 22.
He is
the name we throw
allowing.
around now.
Yeah. He's just
Adam
like going
22
like,
of the Seven
oh
Dwarfs.
man,
Adam
I
Tucker
saw
too.
that.
You gotta make that meme.
Yeah,
I'm
we gotta
trying,
make that meme.
I'm trying. I've got another one I had to make first. I've got Dragon Slayer's fucking request here.
He's back
My,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
low
but-
effort meme is ready to be shit.
I see Will is definitely trying here.
No,
So I didn't
That
have
was
time to
Kathleen.
do anything else with it.
Yeah, Kathleen, the Kennedy witch. We need to. I am trying to push that shit like so hard. Like
As
I
a
really
fellow
want-
Slytherin,
I
I would
think
like
I
to
just-
expel Kathleen Kennedy from the house because she can
Yeah.
go fuck herself. She doesn't belong in any of the houses. She belongs in like
Shove
the
her up
chamber.
your Hufflepuff.
She belongs in the Chamber of Secrets, never to be opened again. Seriously.
Just throw her on Hufflepuff.
I don't
Nobody
think
likes him
anyone's opened
anyway.
it for a long time.
Oh my god. All right, let's play this. I want to see what she says. Hold on.
What was it like for you to see that for the first time, and does it fall in line with kind of how you expected it to look and sound and feel when you saw it?
It's not the first time that I've seen it. I begged Leslie Headland to show it to me before today because I knew that I was probably going to keel over if I didn't have any kind of forewarning. So I have watched it before, but when I watched it the other day in the tent for the first time, and we spend so much time in front of green screens, on a lot of amazing, beautiful practical sets.
Green screen and practical set. Nice.
We spent.
Sounds like she.
We
she
spent
said
some
green screen
time
and
on
then
these
immediately thought,
stats. That we went to the studio part called the green screen section, and then we saw there were like these
The green
3
screen
or
is not a
4 sets
practical
of
set.
stairs.
That's what I'm saying. Like she just literally said an oxymoron.
Sounds like she
Why do they
accidentally
all
blurred
sound
out
the
green
same?
screen.
Right.
I don't know. I like suddenly thought, oh God, I've got to say that there were actually some practical sets.
Well, I like
otherwise
the
I'm gonna-
pause there. Like, what was
Yeah,
your
I
favorite
totally
part? You had
agree.
to stop and
Like-
think and be like, there were
It
green
looks like-
screens.
Oh no! I have also to say that were also some practical effects, right? It sounds like
Yeah, it sounds like she's
that was
obliged.
inserted and-
Like,
to say
guys,
that there's
this
a
thing is not fully CGI, so please don't criticize
They know
that.
they're
Okay,
training,
our
yeah.
budget is shit. Okay, we gotta make some practical sets.
Why the list though?
How quickly
I
do you
don't-
think
I
the
don't
Acolyte
know.
will
Why
be
Dragon
deleted
Slayer
off
chooses
of
the
Disney?
accents it does.
Don't ask. I just do it.
But you can't necessarily wrap your head around what it's going to look like visually when it's put together. All you can really put your faith in is
I like the
your
attempt at
character
sounding
and what you know about them emotionally. And so when you see it come together, it's a trip. It's a trip. And
It's
you're
all
like,
true.
I-
Why is it so hard to think that your eyes close every time you think? Like, what is
You
up
know
with
what's
this,
sad?
bro?
You know what's sad? She's actually, I can tell like from her face, she's a genuinely pretty woman. But unfortunately, man, that brain is fucking mush.
So she's
I
brain.
feel bad.
I mean,
Like,
I
always
think that this like interview is probably going to be her best acting in comparison to the actual show. So.
Yeah.
She's brainwashed to be brain
Damn,
dead.
Cage.
Yeah.
Cage throwing
My
that
pause game
Joe
is on
Pesci
point today,
shade.
man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I
Bro,
love that.
like, honey, like one of your kind.
She
is
legit
calling
had
you
a
out.
brain freeze though in that interview.
you can't necessarily wrap your head
Watch this,
around
watch this, watch
what
this.
it's going to look like visually when it's put together.
It's a real life
All you
aneurysm
can really
happening
put
on
your
screen.
faith in is your character and
had a
what you
Joe
know about them
Biden moment.
emotionally. And so when you
There
see
it is,
it
there it
come
is.
together, it's a trip. It's a trip. And you're like, I don't know. I think watching it for the first time, I'm like, oh my God, I really am in Star Wars. Okay.
I'm sorry,
You are.
Yeah.
So good.
Yes,
Where's
sir,
my
you
psychic
are.
power?
Star Wars.
Joe Biden, tell me.
This is
Hey,
horrible
look,
nightmare.
I'm trying. I am a Jedi, and so I am in character right now. I am trying to make sure that my comms that have been implanted in my left earlobe are
It looks a little bit like
working.
she has a comment there. That's
It's
true.
suddenly turning
does.
into Eric Cartman.
It looks like what? What? should I
I'm
say?
really scared that I had to do some thinking for the first time in my life. It's really interesting being an actor.
Yeah,
in
you're
Star
good
Wars,
at that.
guys. Yeah,
You're really
seriously.
good at that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Thanks.
That's scary
Scarily
good.
good. Yeah. Oh shit.
I've been doing
Fucking
this since I was
Hispanic
13.
in the life. How dare you? Goddamn
Oh my
hive mind.
God.
Good. So, you mentioned your character. What can you tell me about your character? Who are you playing? What's their role in this
Diver.
Star Wars world that you're allowed to share so far?
Like Disney's going to kill me if I say anything.
Nobody's watching. It's just us
Damn
here.
it.
You don't know. You don't know.
It's Leslie
That's a
Nielsen.
really poor choice of words for a black person.
Yeah.
He is on scene
How
as if she was
interesting.
summoned.
How does she have a contract still? Like I
Like
thought you were not
nobody's
supposed to
watching. It's
say-
fine. No one
Disney's
gives a
gonna
shit
kill me.
about
Poof.
this.
What is with the faces, bro? Like she's got a
Jesus
memeable face. Every
She's
pause
looking
is
behind her
great.
because there goes
That-
Leslie
that
Nielsen.
is a-
It's
Yeah,
like they're
just-
gonna kill me. Wink,
Fucking
wait.
that
No, I'm
face
actually
is
serious.
like-
I'm actually
That
serious.
face
They
is
said if I don't
on
push
purpose.
this diversity nonsense, I'm
Look,
gonna get killed.
It's Leslie Helen. She said it within earshot of Leslie Helen.
Yeah,
She's
right here.
dead now.
The
Yeah.
What I can say is that she is a character who is attempting to respect the place she comes from, and doing it in a world that doesn't necessarily placate her. It doesn't exist
This
for
is
her.
You know
gonna
that
be-
black
she's,
woman.
She's struggling morally.
That black
and
woman
ethically.
next
Hey,
to her.
honey,
that's
I'm
enough for us
talking
saying
here
the
on the
same
left-hand
thing.
What
side
was that
off
awful
camera.
Witcher spinoff?
This is like Will over here.
This is gonna be like Witcher Blood Origin.
No, it's gonna be.
Absolutely.
No, bro,
It's like me,
fuck
yeah,
that
it's like,
show. I already put look. I kind of felt kind of happy. I ruined Hypno's day when I mentioned that, but afterwards he made me watch fucking Peter Pan, and I kind of felt. I even
Michelle
reviewed
Yeoh
that shit.
can't
Protect,
even,
man. Bad show, bad show.
release a sword.
Hey,
so
hey, Witcher Blood Origin, man, that's like the Dungeons and Dragons movie, but done wrong. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons is good.
Yeah, I know. And the thing, this show. Oh God, this. You know what I love most of all? Like, they couldn't even bother like putting the actors, like these two women, a little bit more separate from each other, so that the other one's louder voice wouldn't overlap. So it just looks like the one on the left is even viewed more as a freaking prick because he's talking louder than her.
I also want to
exactly the same
showcase. I want to just showcase really quick the fact that comicbook.com, okay, a media access website trying desperately to maintain their access, right, has 1.13 million subscribers, and this video got 6,200 views.
Fucking hell, that's worse than my ratios.
I just want to throw that out there. That's fucking
bad.
Really bad.
Wow.
That just goes to show
in 3 months.
A lot of this has to be bullshit.
It's been uploaded for 3 months.
Yeah, for 3 months, and it got 6,200 views. Probably 5,000 of it is people roasting this interview. So
yeah,
I'm just saying. But I'm gonna pull up the other interview, the one where she actually talks about. She talks about how it's unsafe for black people.
That's right.
Wait, what's that? Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, that's Judge Dredd.
Oh, Judge Dredd. Nice, man.
Bro.
Epic
Coach's
fucking drawing.
designs are so damn wonderful.
Judge Dredd on a night like this. That's interesting.
Like he's. We need Judge Dredd actually in our lives more than now. Like, you know what I want to see, man? Like,
the movie was so good.
Like, can we just get freaking Sylvester Stallone and Mel Gibson to fund? No. Have Mel Gibson, okay, and Sylvester Stallone co-fund a Judge Dredd sequel with Carl Urban, for fuck's sake. That was great.
Yeah.
We need more
Sound
of that
of
shit.
Dread.
Exactly.
I know that
Sound
sounds
of
crazy,
Dread.
but I didn't dislike the first one either. Of course, it wasn't like Judge
Like the
Dredd.
Stallone one, I'm not saying it was bad. It's just kind of
It
cheesy.
had a certain
Rico.
Right.
All right, I got it.
Rico's Rough
Oh
Decks.
no.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is good.
God.
This is good stuff. This is
You
what this
hate
was
her.
in the.
What are
No,
these
not at all.
stupid dots that she's got?
This was
on
in.
her?
I don't know. That's what I was asking. Are they like fake? I don't know. This was in the intro, but obviously it was edited in the intro. This is the actual video.
A part of the wave that is ushering in inclusion and safety for Black nerds. it's like it's my dream come true.
Bro.
Because Black nerds.
Let me
I
skip.
think across the board
Sorry.
and all of the streaming and all of the series. I think our show in particular.
Why'd you laugh like you're?
She's laughing because she doesn't know what to say.
She's
Her
laughing
name
because
is
she knows
German.
she's not
I
talking.
think
She's not
that
telling the truth.
when it comes to the world of fantasy and sci-fi in general, it hasn't felt like a safe space always for people of color.
Bro, what?
You were 12. What would
there
you
it
know?
is. There
That-
You
it
were
is.
12 years old.
Comment
A
is
safe
insane to
space.
me.
You are 12.
Right.
She's not
Don't-
even dark
12
enough to comment
years
on this.
old. What the fuck are you talking about? You
How
haven't
could she know? She's what is she? 18, 19? I don't remember.
What is she?
But the
What's her
fact
fucking
that you're
name?
trying to say Amanda, there's an L in there because you know Amanda's
Oh,
too white.
that's her,
Yeah, apparently she's trying to say that it's been unsafe for all people of color in nerddom.
She's 24.
And it's incredible to me. Yeah, she's definitely lived
Yeah,
a
that's a
great
fucking load of
24 years
shit.
to know that apparently nerd fandom has never been safe for people of color.
Well,
Yeah,
she's
there's
obviously
certainly
she's talking
better
about black
aged
people.
than I am.
She's never been Black nerds or.
She's barely
Hey,
black
Hypno,
herself.
check your Twitter DMs. Apparently somebody.
Well, she
did
has a
very
German
good,
name,
very good meme
Stenberg,
of,
so
of
she
the
most likely has a very wealthy German father.
It means
no.
mountain star. Very interesting.
damn.
Look into
What the
no.
fuck is that, bro?
I was so sure that Dragon Slayer was going to say owner instead of father. I really was.
What did Dragon Slayer send me? This
What?
is crazy.
Oh, this is
What?
somebody else that sent it to me on Discord. Okay, I know it's from your Discord, but like
Mr. Zarko. I don't know if you're on the chat.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
Who made this?
Fucking skull cap.
Oh my
Zarko. This is
God.
his name,
Like,
Mr.
it's like
Mars
Mars attacks.
I think
Everybody's
it's in your
gonna have a
chat,
great time with
so-
this
on
picture.
your
I'm telling you.
Discord, so.
That
You guys are
brain is
gonna
way
have a
too
great
big to be
time.
hers.
There's gonna be
We
way
need
too
to-
many porn memes, unfortunately.
We need to meme the shit out of this picture.
Way
I'm
too
telling
many
you.
of those.
Keep making memes of this picture, guys. Keep
Hypno, when
making
the
memes.
show comes out, all of your thumbnails are gonna have that.
Oh, dude, yes, absolutely. It's gonna be a thing. Just like with Velma, it was always a scary
Yeah.
face picture. I'm gonna do this for. Oh man, I'm gonna find a way to use this
Bro,
thumbnail.
like,
every
my
fucking
favorite one
video.
from Velma was the. My favorite one from Velma was the stripper pole one. You know, especially
yeah.
like, oh god, God, that shit.
Terrible.
That killed me.
All right, let's talk. Let's keep
that
hearing about
shit.
how it's unsafe for us because apparently, Dragon Slayer. I didn't know. Did you know it was unsafe for you, sir? Did you know it was unsafe for me?
Unsafe for what? Like to just exist?
Latinos
Just to be a
don't
nerd.
Unsafe
count.
to exist?
You're
Fans
white.
of fantasy stuff.
What?
Did you know in all your years of being a
Oh
Tolkien
my
fan
god,
that it was dangerous
Hypno,
for you?
we are not safe. Wait,
Or are we
are
safe
not
because we're
safe?
technically classified as white
What?
supremacists? I think we're safe because of that. We're good.
Oh
we're good.
shit!
because
It's only
you're,
black
Okay,
people
let
who
me
are in
get
trouble.
my
It's
hood.
because you're alt-right
so we-
grifters.
Yeah,
Well,
black
at this
people are in
point-
trouble, so that means Cassie's in trouble.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, right.
Cassie's in trouble. All right,
You
let's
know,
go.
this what's
You're-
crazy
you're-
is
you're a
like a lot
hybrid.
of
You're an-
my friends that I've been gaming with for 10 years. A lot of them are black men, and they don't have this issue at all.
Right.
I feel as though that with the fact that like I guess nerddom culture is pretty much all there is now. There like other films don't seem to do very well.
Right.
The culture has changed with what is demanded on both television as well as full featured film. And I guess, women like her are desperate to be in this space and victimize themselves in order to get these roles. And I don't know, to me, she comes off like a nice person. Like she's generally like a bubbly person. But I mean, I guess a bunch of these fucking people in Hollywood just tell her, yeah, you're a victim and that you should, constantly discuss all this shit and, just from a place of victimization. And it's really, it's just a shitty mentality. And
It's
Do you
the
remember that
result of
picture that was
everything-
going around online of like the circle, like the circle of life when it comes to nerd shit? So it'd be like, you create the space, and then someone says, "I want to be in your space," and then you try to gatekeep them, but then you let them in your space, right? And then they say, while in your space, "Oh, I don't feel safe in your space. Get out." And then you leave, and they say, "Make your own space." So you make your own space, and then the
then they
fucking
want to be
cycle
part of it.
continues all over again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's,
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
that's the future of Europe in a nutshell.
Yeah, and everyone is a
It
nerd now.
literally is,
I hate the
yeah,
fact
yeah.
that like
Basically.
nerdism has become this pop culture thing. It's so mainstream. Yeah, it's very, very annoying because it's so obvious that these people have never probably watched Star Wars in their life, especially the one before.
Yeah.
Like I could guarantee the one before has never even cared even
Absolutely.
slightly
Yeah.
about Star Wars, but they want to say,
Yeah,
"Oh,
you know what?
we're
What's
super
particularly, what's particularly aggravating is that the people that bitch, particularly these, these women who bitch and whine and demand to be involved in this space, were the same type of fucking cunts in grade school and high school making fun of me for liking this shit. And it's like the fact that you are desperate to be in this space that same people like you made fun of me for, it is fucking insulting and it's aggravating.
because they realize there's money."
And they don't want to be in the space because they want to be a part of it. It's just they want to profit off of it. They don't give they don't come in and try to learn about it at all.
This is what happened when they
100%.
realized that the nerds were actually winning, that the culture had become about us,
Yeah.
like that we were where the money was,
I do have to agree though. I
point,
think that she
Dempsey.
seems like I think she seems like a nice person and probably has a kind heart, but has just been polluted by all of this shit going on.
She'll
now,
be
currently.
corrupted in time.
She already has been, yeah.
She has been.
Oh, yeah, it's-
Guaranteed. Let's
It's too late for her already.
Let's play this off. I want to hear the rest.
And been invested in. So to be in any way, shape, or form a part of the wave that is ushering in inclusion and safety for black nerd.
Safety.
She doesn't mean it at all.
It's like it's my dream come true.
I don't think I could have ever
You've got
imagined
personal
myself as
security
doing
outside.
This dude has
Yes,
never
one
seen a
people
minute
say
of Star Wars in
eyeliner.
his
You are
life.
such a liar. Like everything
Yeah.
that's coming out of
This
his
guy is
mouth.
so full of shit.
He is the juicy Smoulier 3.0. I'm telling you.
so many
Yeah.
times
Lying.
throughout these films in the past.
fucking faggot.
But it was just also something that so many
Wait, he
times
said-
throughout.
hold
not
on.
Yes, one.
He's
because
never seen these
I was
fucking
not
movies.
reflected for so many times throughout these films in the past.
So black people were never reflected in Star Wars in the past. Ever.
Yeah. How are you not reflected?
Like so Samuel
How
L.
would you
Jackson
know
is
it's
just
Never
go
heard
fuck
of
himself.
Lando
He's
Calrissian
never
on Mace
existed.
Windu.
Lando
He's
never
never
existed.
watched any of the fucking movies.
It's
I guarantee you,
unbelievable.
if you asked any of this cast, like, give me a rundown of the original trilogy, they would not be able to do it.
They would even
It's
name
like
some
they
of the
don't even
characters
give him
aside
like
from the
a-
major prominent ones.
They don't even give him like a sting, like a tape to watch of like
Yeah.
30 seconds of everything that was before, like a politician would get before going on
Yeah.
the news, you know, to see what's going on with current events. These people should be vetted better because they clearly just don't know thing one about anything that they're actually a part of.
Yeah.
It's like they're actively encouraged not to educate themselves
Yeah.
whatsoever.
They
about
often
it.
Well, it's either that or they
Yeah.
do know and they're purposefully not acknowledging it because they want to push their own personal narrative of
Yeah.
being the first and not having
Oh, yeah.
representation and
Although
reflection
none of these
and all
people
this
strike
other
me as intelligent
bullshit.
enough to have an
No.
agenda.
No.
Well,
They
it's
seem
not
to
them
like
having
they're
an
just
agenda;
using
it's the one
someone
who's
else's.
paying, who's putting money in their pockets.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're the
These are all
ones. They're
pawns.
using.
Yeah.
They're using.
No,
Yeah, they're pawns.
I don't think these guys could come up with an agenda
No,
if you
they are.
paid them.
I want to finish this
I don't think they
video.
can come up with a sentence.
I want to
Well,
finish
it's
this
true than
video
that, yeah.
because I want to get into the super chat since we passed the 2-hour mark. So let me just get this real.
Past.
Oh yeah,
but it was
and
just
after we
also
do it,
something
like I
that-
do want to.
What? You can't start
Oh,
talking and
sorry,
then
I
stop.
didn't pause for
Like,
me. Sorry.
Dragon,
Not a
you
thing.
are a
Bro, I'm not looking
fucker,
at my
aren't
screen.
you?
I'm trying to like
Damn it,
direct
Dragon
message you a
Slayer,
meme clip.
the derailer.
Hold up! Time out!
Fucking
Have a
Dragon Slayer.
stroke live.
And
on the
once
internet.
again,
That
I derailed the
video-
stream, but this time it was not intentionally.
That video is 100% now going to be classified as Dragon Slayer's
Bro.
timeout button. I'm just
Hey, look,
mentioning that on
I
the channel.
I genuinely had. Look, I was seriously not looking at my screen. I had the Discord pulled up because I was going to DM you like a meme clip I made of all of them
Oh.
of this bullshit that they're talking
Okay.
about. So that's why I could. I know you paused it. No,
God damn it.
no, just keep going. I don't even know what the hell I was going to say. You just.
That's typical. Let's go.
It didn't equate in my mind. I don't know about for you guys as well. So to see such a diverse group played out now,
This guy's voice
I know
makes
that
me
it's
wanna
going to
vomit.
be
Mamma
a
mia, come on,
reflection
guys.
on so many other young people and
His throat
old
is
people.
stained with
I mean,
dried
no,
cum.
no ageism allowed in this.
Yeah.
Star Wars, but all fit.
Yeah.
It's. I think it's going to be a really
Definitely.
You said
impactful.
dried
It's going to
cum?
be a cool moment for me for sure. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I think it's fun to think that like
Oh my
all
god.
the
It's fun to think.
kids out
Dried
there.
cum.
I don't do it often.
It's fun to think. That shouldn't have been as funny as it was. It just was. Oh my
People
god.
see themselves like reflected in us,
Oh,
which is something
Lord.
that
For the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the first time you're getting to see an Asian Jedi,
Yeah.
you know, in JJ.
Oh god, stop. The fuck?
No
What
one
is
fucking
wrong with you
cares.
guys?
You
What
realize
happened to Donnie
Asians
Yen? I
are
mean, he wasn't
That's
a
not
Jedi,
true!
the most wealthy people in the country. Like I
Fuck
just
off back to China, Manny.
I'm so over this shit. They are just terrible.
Yeah, they're so full of
Um,
shit.
It's, you know, it's a pretty big responsibility.
Oh
but he,
no.
No, it's a pretty big responsibility. Narcissist much, you motherfucker.
Especially coming from what George pulled from on making the movies. You know?
This guy's
Yeah.
voice, it sounds like
Like
it's
what?
absolutely.
Like
His
what did George pull?
inspirations,
Hey.
Now just getting to see
Hey,
him,
bro.
and getting to see him inspire
supposed
to
a
be
new generation of Asian kids to like take up the lightsaber.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible.
And even just like the way that the
Hey,
Star
bro.
There is literal
you think you want to
fucking
come
footage.
backstage and
not
suck
one
on my
literal-
lightsaber?
literal fucking footage from 1977 or 78, whenever it was, that fucking, you can see like streets in Tokyo that are absolutely filled with people
Yeah.
queuing up to go see fucking Star Wars.
Yeah.
These people know nothing about history,
don't
and
know
not for
shit.
nothing, they
Don't tell me the
completely
Asians didn't like Star
ignore
Wars.
actual people that paved the road for them. That's the thing that's crazy to me. They completely ignore Billy D. Williams, Samuel L. Jackson. There's plenty of people that have been part of this that weren't fucking whites. And they refuse to acknowledge it because all they give a fuck about is themselves.
Right.
It's so fucking hypocritical and disgusting. You don't give a fuck about children. If you are, maybe be speaking out against all the fucking child grooming, but no, you just talk about this shit because that's what's allowed in Hollywood.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Oh,
yeah, completely.
Jesus,
These fucking
I
people,
mean,
the only
look,
fuck
all
they
I
give
know
about
is that,
children is the one
the
you
guy-
don't want them to.
Look, all I know
That's
is the
there.
guy on the left really wants to suck this other dude's lightsaber off backstage.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
like
He
they're just
already
doing
has.
this interview because they have no choice.
Yeah, it's the only
Oh,
time they can
Jesus
get together.
Christ.
ever
I'm
since
saying,
they stopped
like,
By the way,
shooting.
check your
they don't
DMs,
even know the most
Oh.
basic common Star Wars shit that like all of our parents know.
Yeah.
There are no
Even my
offense.
dad,
No
who
offense to
actually
acting, no
didn't
offense
even
to
see
the
it till I
crafts,
was-
to the arts. Hey, creative community chat out there. This is not how acting actually looks
Yeah.
like, how actors sound and look like. Okay, this is just these are shills. They are puppets. They are just hollow objects that are filled up with bullshit that have been indoctrinated by a system that wants that perpetual victimhood to be some sort of a beautiful topic that they can, spread over every actor, every puppet that comes in, so have that an easy play out to kind of write their text, write their press text, write all that stuff. These people got so lazy that they're inventing this stuff instead of coming, up with original material that of course could be attacked, that of course could be criticized, that of course could be objected with, exactly like with Mission Impossible. But they want to create this shield of invulnerability around them, so they're of course they're insulated against any type of critics. And how can they do that? Victimhood card right away, and let him 24 years old people that have no idea about history or anything that happened in this country speak on behalf. I would be, if I would be part of the Black community, I would be offended that this person speaks for me.
Absolutely.
Because she definitely is
You will be soon if you keep up with that tanning.
Yeah, somebody jealous.
What is this, Slayer?
No.
It's
Kenneth
like
Copeland.
This is, I love this dude's stupid ass laugh. Oh god.
That's the fakest laugh I've ever heard in my
What's
life.
wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
I'm too British. As soon as
look,
somebody
I
drops an
literally
M-bomb, I
saw,
just laugh. It's like a reflex. I can't help it.
No, because
Just dropping M-bombs all street.
I kind of felt. Hey, it's a black preacher, okay? Nobody's more certified to drop certified M-bombs.
I'll
Okay?
back these retards.
That's all it is.
All right, let's
I mean,
listen
that
to
was
this.
my
this-
response
this
to
shit.
all of
Response to what? Slayer.
to these people.
He
you know,
keeps
talking
doing
about
that.
shit. It's just like a general response.
Wait and build for suspense.
It's just.
Oh my god! Why?
What do you mean?
Fuck you, Dragon.
Why build
I think the dumb is leaking through the screen.
Seriously.
Well,
you
you
have
see,
me feeling like this. I'm serious.
You can't keep getting away with it.
I seriously feel like that
I
right
said
now.
I will try to build some suspense, but until then, I am going to derail as much as possible.
Why do you sound like
Right,
a
that's it.
chink
Let's go.
robot?
Sound like a retarded robot.
I don't know.
Hey, yo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ding dong 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 ding dong dong
to
ding dong.
construct sentence, but
Ding, ding,
I
dong.
cannot.
I'm clicking play.
From such an Asian background, all of the fight training that we've gone through is so
You like
it is so
Asian
heavily
backgrounds.
influenced by samurai and by all of those martial arts and stuff that it is just perfect to have JJ
She looks like the kind of chick I would have met in
That
Best
was
part's
definitely
done. Oh,
something
here
I
we go.
noticed
I was
and
gonna
was
say
really
the best
excited
part.
about,
Okay.
and was one of
one's
the
for
reasons
Wyatt.
that I chose to step into the world, because I was so
Step
excited
into
about
the
that,
world.
and I also really loved that. I feel that our show was
Today,
much more
Junior.
women-centered
That's
what I
a
had
great
previously
reference.
seen
Today,
in Star
Junior.
Wars world. Just from the fact
Those
that
pauses are longer than
showrunner,
Dragon Slayer's pauses.
our amazing, incredible showrunner,
This bitch is married.
At least mine
retarded.
happened.
genius woman, and female
Look,
producers.
he's not that good
My
at
brain has suffered
and,
enough damage.
having Amandla be the
What
person
is he
who's
even
doing that
saying?
part.
She's not
She's
saying
not
anything.
She's not a very good actor. This is what happens when actors don't have a
You
script.
see, I'm
not
talking
saying
about this
anything.
thing,
It's
and then
just
this
one at
other
a time.
thing, and
One
then
at
you
a
know
time.
Star Wars and Dick Stavers,
dog
and I don't
paddling
know. I
words.
just like my gold chain.
I'm here and talking about this movie until you guys think I know something.
And here we're going to be talking about all this
God,
thing
you're
because
so good at that. It's weird.
It took me a while. It made me popular in high school that I could do that accent. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
It's pretty
for
strong.
fuck's sake! Why can't this woman fuck
What's
off?
her wife's name?
You're probably right.
You are probably right.
Why?
That's that part.
Way into this universe in a way that I feel that people have never necessarily seen before.
What are you
other than
talking about?
they're gonna see
You are lying.
You are
Guys,
lying.
Hypno,
and
could you
dumb.
pause for a second? I want to make it something
paused
clear,
already.
guys.
I knew
I
it was
like
coming.
these people like have such a big problem where they start talking so much bullshit that you don't care about that people like me, I'm trying to figure out what the hell she's trying to say, but my brain is not registering any of the fucking words that are
Her
coming out of her
eyes
mouth.
aren't looking at the same direction.
Like, you know,
I'm not looking in the same direction. Because of that play button,
But-
you can't turn
but
it
my
into a
dragon is
meme.
looking.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Oh my
Damn.
Who
Did that go on
made
Twitter? Did that
this?
go on Twitter?
No.
I gotta,
I'll put it,
I
Yes,
gotta
on
retweet
Twitter
it.
soon,
Please.
very soon.
Adam, I love the name Adam22 wife
That's
bitch.
gotta go.
Bro, it's you always need a couch. It's
Oh
not
my
good without the
God.
couch.
I really am very literal when I name my images. It's just like, what am I going to be
And it's a
thinking
white
later when I'm
couch
trying
You
to
know,
find
for
this?
obvious
Where's
reasons.
that picture I made about Adam 22's wife being a bitch? That's what I call
God.
it. That, you know?
She
That
it
is
easy to
fucking
find.
she's going to get
incredible.
derailed by the diversity. Let's just put it
She's
that
gonna
way.
get railed.
She's gonna get railed by all that
Derailed.
He's
diversity.
gonna get railed
And then
into
Adam is gonna
derailment.
drink.
Buy all the dividers.
Oh no. Here's what's gonna happen. She's gonna get railed by all of them, and then she's gonna make Adam22 drink their cum.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's very graphic.
Just because
Very
that's how
graphic.
big of a cuck he is.
You fucking
Extremely
Latino
graphic.
bastards. Dirty bastards.
Wait a minute. What wasn't I European before, Mr. Ryan?
off.
Now I am
What accent
Latino
is
because
that?
I fucked you
Derailing
off.
fucker.
welcome to Jamaica, you bastard.
All right, let's finish this because I want to get
Why
into
did you
super
say
chat.
it like that? You
It's 'cause you last
derailing
week.
fucker.
You last week, your Jamaican accent that turned into a
Yeah,
Scottish
go
accent.
ahead.
Makes you an amazing woman.
Oh,
to
yeah,
show
I'm
as well.
sorry.
But yeah, I feel like we are part of a wave of more
Bullshit.
inclusive.
Same
and-
verbiage. You guys
Retard.
realize they're all using the same verbiage because they're trained to
Yeah.
say what they're
Yep.
saying. They're all saying, "Oh, we're part of a wave
there
of
is
diversity."
there is a script that they have them read before they do all these 100%.
Yeah. But
So
they don't
sad.
give them a
More
full
people-
script, which
Guys,
is why
you
they
know
still come
how-
off
Yeah.
sounding completely boneheaded because they
Again,
are
and they're
left
all
to
fucking retarded.
spit
Inside of
their-
her brain looks like Pong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
You know how
It's
people
fucking- and everyone keeps missing.
Yeah.
you know how like people who take too many drugs like need to get constant hits because they built up a huge tolerance. Well, I think that's how my brains and ears have developed. Like I hear this stupid shit coming out of these people's mouths so much that I just don't even like register it in my brain anymore. I
It's
need
hard
to
to
see
even
something
understand it.
incredibly stupid. Yeah, like I like to me this it's all like me.
Dude, I swear to God, when you're done watching this, I'm gonna have to read a book.
Like,
Did you say what?
yeah, like
After
Coach's,
watching her,
caption
after watching
says.
her speak, I need to go like sit down and read a book. Just
Yeah, like
It makes you
Diversify
feel
your
like
brain.
you
my neurons
actually.
back somehow.
Read this book.
It makes you
on
feel like you've
Vietnam.
drunk like half a bottle of vodka. Just
Read
listening
this
to
book
people.
on Vietnam. Only £6.
Nice.
Okay.
What is that? Like $1 US? I don't know.
It's more like $8
Yeah, it's like
US.
$1 considering British inflation is
I know.
going to
Just
shit.
fucking with it. All right, let's press play.
Beautifully represented Star Wars shows. So yeah, that felt really cool. And
Star
I
Wars.
Oh,
felt
we
the
get
Was
the
that a
importance of that,
representation
and then it
out of
also
the way.
felt always on set.
It's like she had to look at somebody there to make sure that she was sure that Star Wars was in fact their visual medium.
Really was excited about.
Could you go back a couple of seconds? Like, I
what
think
that
we
would
didn't
maybe
catch
mean
how
for-
she
for
didn't
different
realize what she was saying.
Fans that don't
she
necessarily
lost track
look
of a
like
sentence.
Can we let the black woman talk?
what you normally think like the traditional.
We'll go back a
Star
little
Wars
bit.
fan
God damn it.
looks like, because if there's anything that I learned from this show, it's
best
that
part.
you know the Star Wars fan is varied.
What? What the fuck
What
did you just
the
say?
The Star Wars fan is
His
very-
face right there is the
fan
perfect reaction.
is
to what you said.
very
I'm
mad.
just so
You can
excited.
see the fucking, you
I
can
was
see the
excited
spinning
to join
beach ball of
to
death.
feel
Bro,
represented
bro,
because Star
this-
Wars is
this-
like, yeah.
There's like a Windows 98 fucking hourglass
Exactly.
turning in a fucking
This
head.
woman made
Overheated
this
in her
woman
fucking-
made
The Star
Coach
Wars
laugh
fan
for real.
is
This is the second.
Coach is dead.
Varied.
This is the
I could literally see the
This is
loading
the-
screen in her forehead.
She
Yeah.
is a literal fucking NPC, and she's stuck on a
Literal
website.
NPC. This is proof that we are in a simulation. This is a literal NPC.
Yes, she's standing there. She's
Guys,
waiting for some
varied.
character who actually has a player
Oh,
controlling
man.
them to run.
I
over.
give up.
Tell them about the local dragon in the cave.
I fucking give up.
Your
with this
Xbox
creature.
controller has disconnected. Please reconnect again. Like, look, literally,
I think we need to
this
go back and
woman is
replace
the
the
second.
Controller
Bed.
disconnected. Yeah, fucking hell.
This is. Oh, I have that. I have that sound effect. I would need the clip to. I mean, I have the sound effect.
Varied.
If you give me the clip, I'll gladly try to fucking do it.
Oh my god.
What
Oh.
the fuck is this video called?
Yeah, I need
What?
to watch
Yeah,
this.
what's it called?
This particular one?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's on Entertainment Weekly. I got it
yeah.
off Bounding into Comics.
Can you just replay a little bit of what she said?
Oh,
I just
okay.
need to know what the
couldn't
fucking
hear if you were
title is.
laughing
That's
too
all, so I can
hard.
find
Go
it.
to the
What is
super
this
chats.
thing- What is this shitty show called again?
Yeah.
I already
Yeah.
have that. No, I have a better
Yeah,
one. I
yeah.
have the doom.
Go.
You need.
Go.
It's got to be
what's
an
the-
original Windows 98 or 95
Yeah.
hourglass doing the little. Nah.
Yeah.
Go.
Nah.
Go to the super
Bro,
chats,
like-
Hypno. Save our souls.
Yeah,
please.
I'm gonna go to the super chats real quick, and then we'll
What
get
a
to the
fucking retard.
we'll get to the funnier part of the
Sorry,
video
just
where
saying it.
the Asian guy has to speak Chinese because clearly diversity. So we're gonna get into that.
Oh man.
Let me bring up the super chats really quick. I gotta actually bring it up. Hold on. All right, so we got Luke over here
I
for
don't give
10.
a
Thank you so much, Luke. I appreciate it. Says Kathleen Kennedy is pure evil. I agree with that 100%. We all definitely know that. RC for $1.99
Yeah,
says
of
you are
course.
the best. I appreciate that, RC. Thank you so much for the kind comment. And he also gave a $3.99 super sticker. Thank you so much. We also got a membership chat from Kyoko Fulgarian, member for 3 months. Shout out to Kyoko. Says, I think Hypnotic will make a great dwarf. He had the personality, snark, snide, and intelligence to either be Doc or Grumpy. Who is with me? I don't want to be a dwarf anywhere near that movie, to be honest with you. That movie is... I don't want to. I just don't want to be in that movie. Period. So I will pass.
Yeah.
But I appreciate
the worst
the.
things would be having to share Adam 22's wife with 6 other guys.
I appreciate the recognition. Thank you so much. And that's it. That's all we got.
Jesus Christ.
No, but it's good that
Bro,
she learned that
what's
Star
the name
Wars
of like?
fans
Can you just
varied.
share the link?
This is fucking
The link.
Yeah,
I can
'cause
share
I
the
need
link
to
in the
wa-
private chat. That's fine.
Yeah, because I might have to make a video.
Please
out of
share
this,
the
too.
link so we can actually like.
Oh,
that
there's
way
plenty
maybe
of
I can
video
find
content to
some-
make here. What's
There's
that?
tons that I need from this.
Judge Dredd.
This is that's the judges.
That is sick.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro.
Man,
Can't
Dread
wait
is
to
such
see
an
this,
awesome
bro.
movie. It's too bad it was a
Yeah.
bomb.
I love his. Yeah,
That was
Oh,
great.
goodness.
All right, let's bring this back up and do our thing. Let me see.
Oh, my
You
God.
wanted me to go back a little bit? Is that what you wanted me to do?
We couldn't hear most of what she was saying because we were laughing too hard.
All right, everybody be quiet.
So
Everybody be quiet.
retarded.
Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet.
Yeah, that felt really cool, and
I don't even know.
I felt the importance
Quiet,
of
Slayer. What
that,
part of
and then
quiet
it also
don't you-
felt always on set, especially in some of the stuff that I got to do, where everyone really was excited about what they were seeing and what that would maybe mean for different fans that don't necessarily look like what you normally think like the traditional Star Wars fan looks
What does
like,
that look
because
like?
If there's anything that I learned from this show, it's that the Star Wars fan is varied.
That's the best thing you
That
can come
look
up
right
with.
there.
The
That look on
Star
her
Wars
face
fan
is
is.
just like, I have no idea what I just said.
Her eyes are not looking at the same direction again.
That's the look of someone who just came up with some absolute nonsense, and they know it.
Yeah,
They
she
know
knows that
it.
whatever she said doesn't mean anything.
What does that even mean? What does like regular Star Wars fan
Was she-
mean?
That's like when you watch a show that's making fun of politicians and they're just like, taxes, government, and official, and yeah, that's basically what she just said.
It's crazy. I don't understand that. Like that's clearly racism. That's why I put that in the opening clip. I'm like, you're racist for saying for even saying that.
Yeah, what does the average Star Wars fan look like?
Me.
Cat.
Doesn't look like that.
Not like them.
Pretty much just me. Just me.
Just me.
All right, here's the.
They look like me, motherfucker. That's what they
Here's
look
the
like. They
best
look like
part of
this.
this clip. Let's go.
막상 하면서 더 많이
Holy shit! I
느끼게
finally got the
되는
video downloaded.
Oh
my
Motherfucker took forever.
처음에
They told me to speak Chinese.
Nani?
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
It's going against diversity. So I need to
Yoroshiku
speak the
onegaishimasu.
Chinese because if I speak the English, they no pay me. I need to get paid. So I'm going to talk to you in my native language.
My native language.
That's such a Japanese.
I am going to talk to you.
After this interview, I will go and
On my honor, I will be a squire.
This is
I have
definitely
dishonored
not.
my family by
This is
appearing in
not
Star
planned.
Wars for Disney. I must do what I must do.
The Imperial War Machine has been unreached.
She's looking at him like, I don't understand a single fucking thing you're saying.
Do not
I really
struggle
don't.
against what is inevitable.
He's like, whatever I'm saying right now, they are going to change in the translator. It doesn't matter. Just know that I was forced to do this. This is a SOS. Someone please save me. Please.
Remember,
I cannot do this.
I want to go to Squid Game.
If I do not speak of the Japanese, they're going to send Cult Classic Cage after me. And it's not good. It's going to be highly unsafe.
I do
It's
not
already
want
unsafe for black
I do not want the Kotaku to come
It is
after me.
unsafe for the black
Kotaku
people. I do
evil.
not want to be involved with that. I want to be safe.
Please
chest
get
is
me.
hurting.
Please get me away from Harvey Weinstein's pimp.
Listen
I
to me.
believe it. Is that Prime?
They have
Prime
got
joined
my
up out of
daughter.
nowhere.
Please
Fucking
help.
Prime.
Oh
Just
my
dropped out.
god.
They have
Prime,
taken my daughter.
can you say Abomination?
I
Prime.
can't breathe. Fuck.
Abomination, man.
Abomination.
Abomination.
This was
It's
abomination.
an
Why
abomination.
is everybody speaking Japanese in the chat now? We secretly
About it
fucking
is
like.
we all
what is
slowly
going on?
turned. We all slowly
Hey.
turned into fucking Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls.
Folks, this is not a news
Oh.
show. If you came here for news, well, you're going to be very disappointed.
Hashtag I
Well,
can't
we
breathe.
cover the news.
They have me all week for the news. All week I talk about the news.
Oh,
Saturday
we
should be
literally
for
just
fun.
talk about news.
That was the hardest
Yeah.
bit
We
left
want
out here.
this
Holy
car.
shit.
On my honor,
It's
on
just
my honor,
literally-
I
they
will be
turn to the
turned
left.
into the Scottish Japanese man.
Headland
Fuck
and the
all
le-
of you.
Let's see what he
the
actually
little bitch
says.
dressed like Padme. Headland and the little bitch dressed like Padme turned to the left, and they just see this guy with a katana sticking out of his fucking belly because he's just realized what he signed up for. He's like, I have a dishonor to my country.
That's
You got
hilarious.
to be ready to betray the fucking establishment.
Watch this. Watch this.
이 촬영이 시작했을 때보다 매일 촬영장에 나갈 때마다
He's laughing because he
익숙해지지가
realized like what he's doing.
No.
is-
Yeah.
I see him
Wait-
actually
wait a
talking
minute.
now, and all I can
Wait a
hear
minute,
is
wait a
him
minute.
going like,
Back up.
I have done the great honor.
Wait,
to
no. Hold on. Back up a little bit, and everyone be quiet. I think
Back
he's
up,
not
back
speaking
up.
Japanese. I think he's speaking
처음에
Korean.
He probably is.
Isn't
이
it
촬영이
It's
시작했을
extremely racist.
때보다 매일 촬영장에 나갈 때마다
He is speaking fucking
익숙해지지가
Korean.
않고 오히려 더
We made
마음이
fun of
더
the wrong
무거워지면서
nationality.
어떻게
Fuck.
하면
Korean.
We are
더
the bigot
많은
army.
사람들에게 더
I live in the
잘
Philippines. I
전달할
can make a million jokes about
But our
Koreans if you
racism
want.
Bigots
must be
would say it's all the
targeted.
same.
Right.
촬영 현장이 아주 흥미롭고 즐거웠지만은 않은 것 같아요.
I really think he's laughing because he knows like what he's doing is stupid.
Bullshit, yeah.
It's so stupid.
I am sorry. I am trying not to laugh. It is funny as hell. This show is so shit. But I got to speak Korean.
Oh yeah, he is definitely. He's from Squid Game,
Korean.
so he's definitely Korean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you.
Whoopsie.
I already know the language variations.
Korean's too
I
vague
don't
a
give a
language.
fuck. He looks
doesn't have the
Asian.
prestige. He doesn't have the prestige of fake
All right,
Japanese.
all right, all right.
God,
Focus, hold on.
Unbelievable.
This is great. This is great. Sorry, guys.
Good thing we got demonetized a long time ago.
Yeah.
So
we did.
Yeah. No, we're good. So yeah, the Acolyte's gonna suck. That was the whole point of showing these videos is that this is the same. This is a repeat, ladies and gentlemen. It's the same thing that happened with Rings of Power. They're having their diverse cast do a whole bunch of different interviews, all talking about the same exact thing. It's a script. They've all been taught to say these things. They're pushing it out because this is what they were paid to do. They're not paid to be actors. The first woman has made that very clear. She doesn't even know where she is, ladies and gentlemen. Like I just
Joe
wanna...
Biden in blackface.
No, that bitch is dumb as fuck.
Seriously, she doesn't even know where she is. So you can't even you can't convince me that she was hired for her acting skills. Okay,
No.
She was simply hired to push a message, just like everybody else. And like maybe the young girl has a kind heart, but you know she's young and she's stupid, and she's in Hollywood, and she's gonna be corrupted. She already is, and she's gonna push the same nonsense all the older ones are doing. So this is where we're at.
Not wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
Star Wars is dead.
This is the future.
It's not just
How long
that
ago?
they're stupid.
How long ago was that press? How long ago?
This was
came in at the right
like
time.
3 months ago.
This was a no. This was a recent one, and then the ones from earlier in the show were 3 months ago.
Right.
So they've been doing this for like a few months now.
Yeah.
They're getting it, but they're ramping it up more now because they always do. Right before the show comes out, they need to ramp this shit up. Diversity this, checkbox this, checkbox that. Like they ramp it up. So.
Okay, because as I recall, because they can't do no press at all. All that stuff is seized.
Yeah, but that's of like yesterday. So this was.
Oh wait, as of yesterday. Now I'm talking about everything that's further. So everything, that's So if there's anything past, okay, cool. But anything further, everything is seized. So
yeah, because now you have the actors on strike now.
The actor strike, yeah. So SAG is the actor strike and then the writer strike. You know,
We can talk about that. No, let's talk about that.
It's gonna be interesting because I'm gonna be at Comic-Con next week and it's gonna be fucking nobody there. I mean,
they can't even go to like
Hollywood's
events
not even
at Comic-Con?
going.
Yeah, Hollywood's not
Hollywood
gonna be there,
aren't
but
even
like
going there,
Nerdrotic and Eric July are gonna be there, so it's gonna be like all the independents.
Those dudes are smart.
Nice.
They're capitalizing on this shit.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's a smart.
Yeah,
fucking-
Eric
Take
July
Comic
doing his
Con
thing.
back. Yeah. Take it back for nerds.
Mm-hmm.
The independent scene is gonna take over in that Comic Con.
It's gonna boom.
I sent you that post from Mark Ruffalo. He tweeted earlier, like, maybe it's time we all started doing independents. And I'm like, breaking news, guys. Actor Mark Ruffalo just discovers independent films.
Did he really say? I didn't even see that.
He literally posted today, like, maybe it's time we started doing independent stuff. I'm
Stupid
like,
bastard.
Well, I would say this, even with that in play, or even stuff with, all the independent creators, all new content creators, anyone that's out there trying to do anything moving forward, this will be an opportunity for not only us, but everybody else that's out there to do content. But just my outlook and from the research that I've obtained, Hollywood still has enough, how should I say, material for the time being until I would say to the end of this year. I'll probably say they got about 7 months, because this strike with the writers, this is going to go on for a while. This is not going to be resolved for a very long time. The actors and the actresses, yes, that can get resolved quickly. I believe that will get resolved way faster than the actual writers. So
for sure.
This is just not a quick something that's going to be quick. No. The things that Ager said at Disney, and the things that all these studios and what they're doing. Hey, but the studios have the leverage. The writers don't have the leverage. The studio has the leverage.
Right.
So I mean, people need to understand that, you know, the studios have the leverage. And again, you know, it's kind of messed up in the terms and conditions on how they're going to play people with this, you know, but we'll see how it all pans out, you know, for the writers, you know, moving forward. But, you know, just for, you know, new people that's going to be coming up and they can do stuff independently, or some of these new studios and some of the new studios that might be up and coming, this is an opportunity for them to get their stuff out as well, because Hollywood is in shambles right now. So I mean, it's just
This is what happens.
deserve this though.
It's a time
They've
They
gone
deserve it.
so woke that they now can't actually function.
Yeah,
Like they
really think you hit a
realize
boiling
that
point.
they're getting screwed. Like the guys on the bottom are getting screwed, and these actors, I don't know why are the actors striking again? Not that I really give a shit, but why are they striking?
Solidarity. They don't want to be deep.
Mostly
faked and stuff like
solidarities,
that.
but they were getting shit deals too from like the whole deep fake
Wow,
AI thing.
great privilege to
Right.
be able to strike with solidarity. That's awesome.
Yeah, you know,
I don't think the actors will hold out long at
yeah.
all.
But
I don't
the
think so
actor,
either.
They
the
can't
actors,
because they are used to having constant, unending attention, and as soon as that attention dries up, unlike the writers who never get any attention, for better or worse. I mean, most of them shouldn't be retarded, but the actors, nah, they'll break quick. I think.
Really funny thing, actually. I know one of the people in this picture that's in this article because I'm a shill.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Which one? Is it the one who looks like CM Punk, or the one who looks like
No, actually,
the one who looks like Game Over Greggy,
Make a big Ricky.
or the one that looks like Jack Murphy?
Oh my god, I can't. I fucking can't. But
Yeah,
you know,
that's a
so
fucking
talking about the strike. So, I mean, the actors I don't really care about. The writer strike, it is affecting. You know, actually, no, I will talk about the act because both of these are now. It's going to cripple Hollywood, like you guys say.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna cripple Hollywood, even though Hollywood was already crippling in terms of money. Now it's really going to cripple because the people who you indoctrinated and the people who you really needed to be on your side, they told you to go fuck yourself now, and they're doing it for completely different reasons. Obviously, we're not talking like an ideological battle. It's all about what everybody cares about, whether on the left or the right, and that's money, right? Like they're trying to get more money, more security in their jobs, and I don't think, me personally, I've never been a fan of like job security for the sake of job security. I feel like if you are performing and you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you should be able to maintain your job. If the moment you falter and you do not perform and you're giving multiple warnings, then yeah, obviously weed them out. But I've never been a fan of that. Like, you know how teachers, you can have a teacher that's tenured, and after like 5 years they're tenured and they could never get they could fucking damn near smack a kid and not get fired. They get sent to the rubber room and nothing happens to them. They just they do work in a room all by them fucking selves, and they very rarely get fired, if ever, once they hit that level of like protection. And I mean, that's great for the person who's in it. They guarantee to make XYZ amount of money for however long and never get fired no matter how bad they do their job. I've never been a fan of that. I've always feel like your performance should matter. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel. I mean, everybody's different, but
How American of you.
No, but the other side of
I'm about to send you something so people can see how extensive.
Yeah, it affects everything.
How it affects and what they can and what they cannot do. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Y'all really don't. A lot of people really don't know. Hold on, I'm about to give it to you.
It's not just the actors and the writers.
well, all of
It's
these
like, if they
projects
can't
now
make-
are announcing delays heavily, right?
They're not allowed to work because if they can be kicked out of the union if they do work during the strike, and
Like Blue Beetle.
literally everyone is part of the union, so no one is probably going to take that opportunity. And then if nothing's being shot, there's catering crews, like stage people, designers, choreographers, dancers, and nobody is going to be able to work.
Americans, trade unions, how progressive.
This is the union's choice, not ours, the AMPTP said in a statement. Rather than continuing to negotiate, SAG-AFTRA has put on a course that will deepen the financial hardship for thousands who will depend on the... I don't give a fuck about that.
The funny thing is, I've been actually eligible to join SAG for like 12 years now, and I used to...
You know, it's SAG rhymes it, right?
Yep.
What?
The Film Actors Guild.
Don't
The Film Actors Guild.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is that like for a couple of years I wanted to join, but like didn't have the money to, and felt bad about it. But now, with the way things are now, I'm kind of like glad that I never did.
Matt Damon.
Well, what would going on strike actually provide these actors? Like, what, if anything? What are they striking for other than solidarity? What are they trying to get?
Well, a lot of it's the AI stuff too, and the new like future technology. Because they're not getting residuals too.
Well, because their ability to be creative is so subpar that it can literally be matched by a computer.
Yes,
Like, that's
it
the
can.
problem. It's not the computer's fault or the person who designed that computer to be as good as your subpar acting. Like or your writing or whatever. Like that's not the computer's fault. That's your fault.
Well,
You
maybe
are
maybe that is the evolution of the artwork to go from the physical realm to the digital realm. Same way with theaters to cinemas, and from cinemas to streaming services. All of our entertainment is going into the digital realm, and these fuckers are going to ultimately pay the price for it when a battle droid can do it for way cheaper. It is the future, the 21st century mindset in
It
action.
says it right here. There is also a disagreement over the use of artificial intelligence. Actors say they don't want to be replaced
Right.
by computer-generated images. They want control over where and how their likenesses are used.
Yeah.
Now, the kicker with that is that let's just say if you are, a background artist or you are extra or anything of that magnitude. So what will actually happen is that they will copy your likeness and they'll take your likeness and they can utilize that they'll just utilize it and they don't have to pay you. Now, when they do that, they will pay you chump change when you first appear. But moving down the line, just to use your likeness and just yourself, they ain't got to pay you nothing. That is a problem.
And background is already bottom level.
It's
Background doesn't get paid shit.
It's
right.
It's digital. It's a digital version of that person, of that extra. And to them, the argument they'll make is that it's nothing more than a piece of software. And I'm sure we're going to have a lot of legal battles as a result, because the legislation for this upcoming technology just isn't available because of how slow legalism is.
Well, just with that, but there's so much stuff that comes into it that a lot of people they're really not looking into it. I mean, you're going to get serious about it. So I sent you the actual
I'm
thread.
gonna pull it up. I saw that picture first. I'm
Right. So
sorry.
you have to you have to open up the whole tweet, and then once you open it up, open it up and you go down the whole thread. This is what they cannot do.
Everybody is in the union. Everybody.
Right. So this is what the actors cannot do. So go ahead. That's just part of it. You got to keep on going down. It's way more than that.
Like they can actually get in trouble.
They can barely do any of these things anyway.
Yeah, they can't do none of that.
At this point,
we barely could to begin with.
Like at this point, they're just paid slaves.
Pretty much.
They can't do anything.
They can't do nothing. So now when it comes down to all these blockbuster movies that's coming out now, like let's just say, so we know that Blue Beetle was gonna flop anyway, regardless of even if they had publicity, it's gonna flop anyway. So let's just go with the two main that's gonna be coming out on the 21st. So you got Barbie and you got Oppenheimer. Okay.
So wait a second.
With them,
they can't do social media either.
No.
So we don't have to watch these people.
Oh my god! Can this go on forever?
I wouldn't call them paid slaves. That's being too kind to actors. I'd say they're just paid zombies.
Yeah.
Well, this whole thing is interesting because they can actually get in trouble if they were to do it. So, like with the cast leaving the Oppenheimer premiere, they tried to paint it as like this brave, like solidarity thing. But a part of it is also like they had to, or they would have gotten in trouble with the union.
Yep. So, so that's going to be the thing. There's going to be no advertisement. So the only way that people will actually know about any of these movies, they literally would just have to watch the trailer because they can't promote it.
Well, Christopher Nolan, if you want to give me some money to promote your latest film, I'll happily do it.
I told his nephew.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Now, it's a lot. Now
pertaining
to those.
Good. It sounds like a real option for us. They can't
It's
act,
interesting.
sing, dance, appear in public, or use social media. Good.
Now
Well,
they can use
social media to promote stuff, but they can use social media.
Yeah.
they can use social media. They just can't use it to promote the movies or anything. They can't do that. No.
Oh God, that's worse. So they only get to talk shit instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can talk. They can do whatever.
Now they have no reason to hold back.
God's sakes.
Yeah,
I thought
see, I'm
for a
gonna.
minute we'd actually finally got rid of all the celebrities.
They got rid of themselves. That's
Yeah.
that's a great
Well,
part.
I also think that a lot of this, a lot of these studios are probably testing how effective their foothold is. Like, will this really make a difference if they're not doing any of these things that they're normally paid to do? At this point, I think it's worth questioning.
I don't see how the world is going to be a worse place for this.
It's
Yeah, just
definitely
fire
gonna
them
be
all.
interesting.
Nothing they're making is any good in the first place, so I don't give a shit. If
Hire us
another
to
movie
do your
comes out.
projects.
I don't think a lot of people realize what the ramifications of this could be, because like Prime said, it's not going to be over quickly. It could really affect the industry on like a massive level in terms
Well, they're
of
saying
might be
I would say literally, the actors will get resolved faster than the writers.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Because the
I don't think
actors.
the actor can hold out long at all.
Well, it's not even that because it's not even that because pretty much it's about the residuals.
Yeah.
So the actors now, this is the thing that people don't know. When it comes down to movie studios, they can get residuals. Streaming is where you cannot get residuals because that's how Netflix operates. I'll just give y'all an example. Like Netflix. Netflix is just a streaming. How they get, that's why they don't pay residuals to their movies. So anybody that does a movie by Netflix, they get everything paid up front. So it's replayed, or it when people just keep on replaying movies, they don't get residuals for that. Okay, because Netflix is based on subscriptions.
I can confirm this is true. You get a buyout.
Right. Yeah. That's what people feel. This is what people fail to realize about a streaming service. Streaming services, they get paid by signups. So when you sign up, that's how they get their money. Netflix doesn't have advertisement. They don't do advertising. Well, they do it now, but they do it on a particular tier that you do. Okay, but they're still not going to get residuals to the production team. Once they make a production, they do an IP. They get the budget. They go ahead and they pay everybody straight up outright, and that's it. That's what you get. A movie studio, when they license out the property to like different networks, that's how you get residuals. So if they keep on repeating it, they get paid from that. So that's the difference. So this is another thing that the actors and the writers and stuff, what they talk about, mainly the writers. The actors and actresses will be fine. It's just the writers. They want to get paid residuals. That's not gonna happen. And that's the problem. So they want to get a significant amount of pay, but they also want to get residuals on the material that they write. But you fail to realize a lot of these IPs that they're writing go into streaming. So how are you going to get that money if they don't get the signups? And this is like I said before, what people need to understand, they are not going to get that money without signups. And that's where the problem is going to lie. If the streaming platforms do not get signups, they're not going to get paid. They're not going to get no residuals like that. So people need to realize that. And that's why, now if you do physical copies, you put that stuff in the theater. So like if they do a series and they do anything of that magnitude, let's just say you sell a lot of copies on physical or digital. Then that's a possibility where they can actually get a profit and they can possibly get residuals from that. But from streaming alone, not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Writers want their cake and they want to eat it too.
Yeah, they're not in a good win situation because the studio has the upper hand over them. That's 100%.
Talentless hacks anyway.
Right, they got the upper hand over them. Got the upper hand. So that's why I say that. I will say, to me personally, I would say this is the writer's strike is going to go in. I would say it's going to go to 10 months to a year.
Film
at least.
Yeah.
I say it's going to be at least a year. Yeah,
This
it's going
was
to be
a
a
huge
year.
hit movie when this came out.
This movie is prophetic as fuck. It's unreal.
But to be honest, with this whole situation that's going on, I would like to see what the end result is, because again, so if they do strike for, let's say, 10 months to a year, that's going to push back. I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that's lost in terms of projects, movies, TV shows. And even though, don't get me wrong, they lose a lot of money sometimes on their movies and whatnot, still, at the end of the day, it's a lot of people not getting paid. There's a lot of people out of work, a lot of actors out of work. It's going to be a big, big deal. Now, I don't know what this is going to mean for Hollywood. You have award shows that have to come up. That means they can't do those either. It's going to be a bunch of shit. The whole culture around Hollywood. Can you imagine the people, right? So, in my opinion, Hollywood is as what's the word I want to use? As
decadent,
not important as they're just not important. They've lost all relevance.
Yeah.
And this is while they're still obviously trying to maintain the status quo. They've lost all relevance. There's independent creators that are vastly more important and popular that destroy them in every scenario. So can you imagine if Hollywood disappeared for a year? For a year?
Well, I would say this. That could possibly happen, but I would give y'all a scenario of what could happen. All those IPs that they shelved and certain things that they never decide to put into fruition fully, they might utilize those because they have like Warner Brothers or Disney or some, those studios, they have movies that they never put out.
Yeah.
So they can actually put those movies out so they can make a profit. So don't think that they don't have stuff to last for a while. It's just that if y'all thinking about a show,
it's going to begin in about 6 months' time.
But even if they have those movies that they never put out, they can't promote them.
But everything else,
they can't. They can. The studio can promote them. They can. They can promote. Yeah, that they can, because those are old ones. We're talking about anything that is new. They can't do anything new. So anything that they already have, they can literally promote that. So that's for them to go ahead and make that. They just can't do no showing. So if you no showings or any other, where the actors and actresses can't do their stuff. Or writers and stuff like that. That's old material that's already been paid for. So all I'm saying is that, like I said before, the strike is going to go on, but Hollywood itself, they will be fine. I would say going in, 7 months. I give it 8 months that they will be cool because of the material. Now, if y'all talking about shows or series, it's a wrap. Because they gotta literally write that stuff hand on hand, and then they have to know the shows is in turmoil. Now you got to worry about reruns and stuff like that. And the only thing, that's what I was talking about just a minute ago with releasing movies or stuff that has never been out, and they can do that to make a profit. So we will see how it all pan out. But Hollywood is in shambles, and this is why I say independent creators they're in a good position right now. But
it's an amazing time for independent creators.
My two greatest hope settings is that
echoing
Cassie. Oh, y'all got echo.
Echo.
Try again, Cassie.
Well, just
I'm
so
being
you
so
yeah,
self-sustaining.
go ahead, Cassie. Yeah, we'll play this.
Oh, it's Dragon Slayer.
Only Dragon Slayer is not.
You fucking dragon fucker.
I'm sharing the video. I'm sharing this with audio.
No, it's your video, Dragon Slayer. You showed the wrong screen.
I haven't played it.
Real quick though,
I haven't.
I just want to say,
what do you mean?
The two things I'm hoping to get out of this, obviously, is that it will hopefully benefit us as creators with this strike going on, and two, that one of their biggest concentrations will be to basically more 4K content, especially a lot of older films. I hope that they push for putting a lot of this on mostly on physical media. That's what I'm looking forward to. Please go in your bag, restore some of these films that are so old now that the film itself is deteriorating. Something like they did a 4K restoration of Spartacus. That film was deteriorating. They actually did a really great job of restoring that film. Please do more of this to, for the historical side of it. That's what I'm hoping for.
Nice. All right, let's play Dragon Slayer's meme, and then we're gonna wrap up the show. Nope, we're not gonna do it because you keep fucking echoing Dragon Slayer. How is that possible? How are you
I don't
boomering
know.
tonight?
I don't know what the hell is shit.
He just got to echo. He just got to echo his
be
mic.
echoing.
He's showing the wrong screen.
Dragon Slayer.
What do you
Dragon
mean?
Slayer is showing
I'm
his
showing
desktop.
the damn main screen.
He's showing his desktop of
What?
which the stream
It's showing
audio
me.
is playing out of. It's a boomer
Cocaine's a hell of
moment.
a drug.
Fucking hell, it's shit.
Stop
Dragon
the
cunt
boomering.
commentary.
Oh God!
Stop the boomerang.
Oh,
Stop.
for fuck's sake! I
can't
really
keep
don't
getting
know
away.
what
This
the
is
hell
how
is
you
going
sound.
on.
You sound like a gay.
Well, the good news is I actually sent it to your Twitter just in case. So just
I'm
check
not
Twitter
hearing an
DMs
echo
to
at
show
all.
it there. I don't know what
Not
the fuck's
now.
going on.
You're
my
not hearing
screen.
the echo because his screen is not being shared because he's sharing his desktop. When he shares his desktop
Yeah.
because he's in the
I don't-
stream, it's going to play the audio because we're all
I don't
talking.
know.
And then what
Understood.
happens is a reverberation. You are good at computers. How do you not know? I'm freaking out.
Fucking boomer.
I don't even know why the fuck. Look, blame StreamYards for not fucking giving me choices.
What do you
here.
expect
It just
from a
says share
human?
system audio. Fuck it.
Where did you
Bye,
send
Prime.
me the,
Just show the
Have a
video
great
on Twitter
day.
DMs.
See you, bro.
Oh, Prime
on your,
Bounce?
on your
That's
Twitter
what it is.
DM, yeah.
I don't see it.
Yeah, on the Twitter DM I sent it.
I don't see it.
Check the direct messages on your Twitter.
I am.
What do you mean you don't see
I'm
it? I
fucking
just sent it.
surrounded by boomers
We
here,
apologize
down,
for
bro.
technical difficulties
It's like right
here at
down-
Saturday
it's
Night
like
Hypnosis.
down
We do not
from the
endorse
fucking,
this kind of amateur.
All I see
Bro,
is the
where I sent
picture
you
of
the-
the brain.
Do we really need a reality-based
Hypnotic
takeover?
is looking at Dragon's
I just
brain.
sent it.
Nope.
Hi, welcome back to Will of the
fucking
Fans. My
sent
name's
it.
Will.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing
Really?
well.
You can't see
Welcome
the
back,
reality
creative
based.
community.
What
This
the
is
hell's
once
going
again
on?
Lorenzo from the Coach MC
Just
studio.
put Coach on. He can
Bro,
keep
it's
not
everybody
showing
on
up
the
in
video.
my,
I don't know why
Twitter.
Twitter is delaying it.
We're
come
just,
on.
yeah, Twitter's probably like,
Oh,
we're just going to
motherfucker.
we're gonna close out the stream, ladies and gentlemen. And you know
Bro,
what? We're gonna
just
start
tweet
with
it out,
Dragon
fuck
Slayer
it.
because God forbid if we don't, we're just gonna get interrupted. Good.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You guys are... Oh, you guys are just bitches.
Speed bullies.
Fuck you, Dragon.
I love
Hey.
Dragon Slayer. I just
Hey,
don't know how
hey,
fucking
he's
Dragon
mad.
Slayer
I know you
echoes.
do.
Oh god.
I know you do, you masked hoe. I've been with you since the beginning. Like
Come
a
on,
fucking like
do the
weird old
outro.
business partnership.
Best outro ever.
The outro.
Hypnotic's had fucking enough.
Slayer. Oh, fuck off, you fucking masked hoe. Fuck off.
What?
Anyway, I am Dragon
accent is
Slayer
that?
from Dragon Slayer Commentaries.
What?
You're like that
I
retard
don't
from the
know.
Acolyte. You don't
Okay,
even
just
know where
shut
you
up.
are.
Are you
I
black?
don't know. Okay, just shut up.
Do
Tell us
the
more about Star
outro.
Wars fans, Dragon
Right.
Slayer. Tell us all
Give me another
about
30
Star
minutes.
Wars.
You
fans.
guys are not letting me fucking do the outro. What do you want me to do?
Dragon Slayer's
Oh,
like
goodness.
so
Okay,
very.
guys.
Yeah, it's
I am
annoying,
Dragon
isn't
Slayer.
it?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Who knew? Slayer from Drag.
I bet Dragon Slayer is a very
Yeah,
handsome
sure.
man.
Right. I guess so. I mean, women do like to talk to me a lot. Anyway, I am Dragon Slayer from Dragon Slayer Commentaries, the insane fucking dragon, as some people call me, or a grand dragon for some reason. I don't know how I joined the racist conglomerate, but other than that, I just make funny YouTube videos and that are usually very detailed and go into just the excrement of Hollywood and just how bad it is. Like give you a more in-depth look in those videos. And if you want to watch my most recent one, I made one on the first half of The Witcher Season 3, which, Jesus Christ, even with Henry Cavill, is shit. So if you guys want to watch that, just check out my YouTube channel. And there's also more content on other worse films. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, the @ is DragonHQ1772. That's it for me. Have a good night.
Nice. Very smooth. Finally.
Yeah, I'm done.
All the fans. Take it away, sir.
Ah, Hajime Mashite.
Oh, I am a
Yoshikura
fucking
Nakaishimasu.
ginger. I got interrupted and I...
Quiet, Dragon. Shut up.
He's going to do it to all of us now, you know this.
Oh,
right?
yeah, for sure.
It's been quite funny watching everybody bullying Dragon Slayer commentaries today. But anyway, my name is Will, and I have a channel called Will of the Fans, where you can find me making angry, ranty videos in very articulate English most of the time about pop culture, the devastation of our entertainment media by the inclusion of politics, and all of the stuff that pisses us off so much every single day. Make videos as often as I can, and I would really appreciate it if you come and check it out. It's been a blast as always, guys, and I'll be back next week, of course. So thanks, everybody.
I wouldn't say, of course, because history. Yeah. Anyway. So, go Classic Cage. Take it away.
Hey guys.
I'm the Dragon Slayer.
I'm Cassie Cage of the Cult Classic Cage Show, and if you want to find me, check me out on YouTube, Twitter, and Kick. I've been streaming a lot on Kick lately. It's been a really fun time.
How many followers you got to now, Cassie, on Kick?
Like almost 130.
Nice. Good stuff. Very good.
Yeah, working on it, man. And tomorrow, technically in an hour, is this little man's birthday, so he's gonna be 1 year old, little Ziggy. So
Happy birthday, Ziggy.
yeah, we're excited for the little man.
Throw some happy birthdays in the chat.
Only 12 more years left.
What?
Wow.
Not at all.
Damn.
Got a solid 18.
He hasn't lost any of his lives yet, okay?
Oh god.
Yes.
But thanks for having me here. It was a lot of fun.
Fucking Christ.
100%.
No, you can't eat it, Ryan. I know you don't have
Holy
much sources out there.
Coach MC, take it away.
Yes. Thanks, everybody. It felt like heaven. This was episode 47. I hope it brought you fun on a different level. Let it rain, ring those bells, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Now you're officially healed from the tranny demons and their mayhem. We are the nerd culture anthem. We are the rings of power hating heaven. We breathe fire and collect members like Sicilians harvest capers because we are shared treasures and emotions. They run like samurais' feathers on paper. Yes, red blood, blue flood of major upheavals. The turmoil is inside and outside. You see us smiling like evil, but no worries. It's a disguise. We look like fools, but our culture is wise. Transfer your assets left and right, turning black into white, making all enemies cry. And that's it for tonight.
Very nice. It's more like turning white to black, though, because
Fucking
that's
racist. He said turning white into black.
Yeah, race
What
talking only goes one way.
appropriation.
You said black into white.
All right,
should've
one of our
said-
clansmen, Film Rebel, take it away.
Oh damn! I got to follow up, Coach. How about I go eat some hay? I can go.
Come
post
on, you
play
fucking
down by
seal.
the
Come
bay.
on,
I
we
just
got-
may. What do you say?
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
I am Film Rebel. I talk shit about movies. I do podcasts with Coach about movies. I'm also a shill, so I give some fun inside stories. Come check out my channel. I'm also Wyatt's Metal because I'm Wyatt and I'm metal, and I talk about those things over there. So join me on both my channels for entertaining stuff.
Very nice.
Nice.
Simple to the point. And finally, the most racist person in the entire planet, Ryan Roger Athley. Take it away.
Oh my god.
Thank you all very much for watching. You can check me out at my name.
Muted.
Sweet.
I did not mute myself.
Boomer.
Hypno did that.
I didn't do nothing. What are you talking about?
See, look, he's trying to paint me as a madman.
I didn't do anything.
You are
I'm
sitting in a
on
bar.
You see what happens to people when you don't get sunlight?
You're
you,
doing a
Rebel.
boomer, you have a
This is what
boomer
happens when
moment,
actors
you
don't have
fucking
scripts.
wanker.
I have a functioning
You
immune
fucking
system,
wank.
Rebel.
That's a
Oh my
wanker.
Thank
God.
you all very much for watching. If you haven't already, please.
Hey, look, now I'm not the only one with fucking dramatic pauses.
I don't know what happened.
Hey, fuck off.
Thank you all very much for watching, and have a great day.
You guys can find him at Reality Base.
I thought
Seriously,
you were gonna
he's a great
say,
guy.
like-
Great
Music
guy,
videos are
great
really
channel.
Yeah,
Fantastic
he's really
guy.
wonderful.
And he
And
needs.
apparently, I eat cats, so
I don't know how we even got to that. That's
You are
insane.
sitting
Well,
around in a
that's,
bathrobe.
only 12
What?
more years, Cassie.
It's because you're
I'll
Asian.
still
That's
be
why you eat
around.
You
All
don't
right,
know
ladies
that.
and gentlemen.
That's
You
12
don't know
more
that.
years.
Thank you,
With
Hypno.
that being
Thank
said, all you crazy,
Oh,
crazy
goodness.
people, it was fantastic. Episode 47 is in the books, and it was a lot a lot of fun. I apologize to the chat for not getting to talk about Sound of Freedom because we kind of went off the rails on the Acolyte, but rest assured we will talk about it at some point. Yeah, I forgot to talk about Sound of Freedom.
Oh, I just released my
wanna
review of
start a
Sound of
topic or
Freedom.
anything,
So.
But
yes,
that guy,
everybody's
Tim
got
Ballard,
videos on
Yeah,
Sound
go
of
watch
that
my
guy's a
video.
fucking hero. That guy is a fucking hero. Legit hero. And everybody should listen to what he had to say when he was.
Everyone should
interviewed
go
by
watch my
Jordan
video.
Peterson.
So it was
And
go
also watch
Wyatt-
Wyatt's video.
Yeah.
Go watch Wyatt's video. This episode was a lot of fun. Next
watch
week
the
we will
AIDS shield video.
God damn it, Slayer. Next week we
Sorry,
will
I
have
skipped
Melanie Mack on the show. Hopefully, if everything goes well. So
All
stay
hail
tuned
the
for that
butter.
one. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna try to add some butter emojis in the chat. Get ready for our special guest. It's gonna be a good time. So make sure you guys check it out next week. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Thank you guys for supporting the channel tonight. It was a lot of fun. And also, please make sure you go subscribe to everybody who's on the panel currently right now. Go show them some support because YouTube has been acting quite funny for pretty much a lot of channels. So do your best to keep supporting people out there and help get the word out there. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching episode 47. It's going to be a short outro, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great night, everybody. Take care. Go be bigots now. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.